Oh, are we live? Is this thing on? Hello, testing, testing. Welcome, one and all, to this week's final TomarStream. And by this week's final, I mean it's Thursday, so every Thursday is the week's final TomarStream. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are. Let me just move this to capture the right screen. There we go. Okay, we've got it. Good evening to you all. Good evening, Lenny. Good evening, Dylan. Good evening, Tyler. Good evening, Arby's Gaming. Good evening, Golden Pen HD. Good evening, Dua Links. Good evening, Snackanaki Waggy. Good evening, I Can't Smell. Good evening. Did I say Lenny? I must have said Lenny. Good evening, Lenny again. If I said Lenny. Good evening, Mr. Opalepo. Good evening, Bear Roll Wubba. Good evening, Carl Timlin. Good evening, first time chatter, Mr. GZS1. Good evening, Orange Joe 77. Good evening, CJ Maniac. Good evening, F the Void. Thank you, Chimpasaurus01 for resubscribing for 5 months in a row, but 7 months total, to be clear. Oh, guess what? My harp was over here. I missed it here in the corner. One sec. I missed it over there in the corner, see? Good stuff. We have a functioning stream. We have a functioning Jew harp. We have a cool looking spaceship that's docked here. Which we can boot that up, right? Where's the gold button? Oh, I forgot to have the gold button in here. Here, I'm gonna go get the gold button. Then we can we can look at it. We can marvel at it. Hey, their first time chatter male 777. Just parked here at Trophy Camp. Pay no attention to the cool spaceship you see in the background. A semi-functional Jew, says CJ Maniac. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you, by the way, Lognog666 for resubscribing for 11 months, if you couldn't understand that. I never know how intelligible I am when I'm trying to do that, but thank you. And also, and they say, oh yeah, TomarStream, let's go. Oh yeah, Chimpasaurus01 just said, whoa! And then BM Farts, thank you for the 100 bits. BM Farts says, I wouldn't play this game if I were you, Tomar. I heard this game has some strong opinions about Roe v. Wade. No, it doesn't. I think this game is a video game about flying spaceships. Golden Pen HD, thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar, do you want me to draw something special for the 100th TomarStream? You are very much welcome to. I could never force that upon anybody, but I would, you know what? Anything that helps us celebrate 100 successful streams. I never would have thought I would have stuck with it. We've gone a whole year and we have 100 streams. It's lovely. All right, let's go get that cool golden play button. I'll be right back. It's just in the other room, and I got to be careful with it. Thank you, the Bat Pony, by the way, for resubscribing. Thank you, the Bad Pony, for resubscribing for 2 months in a row and says Twangy Tomar Thursday. It sort of is that, huh? All right. There's a hype train going. I hate to kill the hype, but I'm going to just leave the room for just 2 seconds, and there'll be way more hype to come. Worry not. Hey there, first-time chatters, the great Wilso and New Goblin. I'll read your messages. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. That triple digits Tomar, did you ever think you could count that high? It's true. We finally filled in the 3rd digit on our TomarStream, on our 4 TomarStream digits. All right, I'm going to be right back. All right, I got it. Oh, I got this baby, yeah. All right, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Oh, I think I missed Guro-chan. Thank you for the 100 bits. Second time watching. Good evening, Tomar. Good evening to you, Guro-chan. And then Carl, thanks for the quarter. Oh, what the F? He abandoned... No, I did not abandon you. Don't be silly. All right. Oh, thank you, Dylan, for the gifted sub to... Well, thank you for the gifted sub to... That's hard. It's hard to say doggo puke. The K sound just doesn't really come out. All right, here we go. This is the reveal. This thing is really like perfectly mirrored. You guys can see what my webcam looks like. And you can see what the opposite wall looks like too. Check that out. You got that super mirrored play button. But yeah. It is obviously for Oni plays. But you know what? Been with Oni plays for, like I said, nearly 5 years now. Definitely, you know. I am one of many contributors. But still very cool to have this guy in my possession. A gold play button to kind of call my own. Yeah, thank you guys. Also, Dylan, thank you for another gifted sub. It's so hard to say Swift too. Also, it's tough. I gotta say, throw it says Commander Pancake. All right, I'm just gonna throw it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, I really don't want to do that. That seems like it'd be disrespectful. But I'm gonna place it gently here on this t-shirt I have on the floor so it doesn't get scratched up. Oh. I'm like intertwined with the mic cable. No. All right. Now that I'm done dying. Thank you also, Dylan. Oh, no, okay. No, thank you, Jack Rip. Thank you, Jack Rip, for subscribing. And for the gift sub to Milk My Ass, really. I don't know what to make of Milk My Ass, but thank you for the gifted sub to them. Wow, wow! We just got so much. Jack Rip, thank you for the monster gift. And Chewbacca and Jack Rip both just monster gifted simultaneously. Double monster gift. Wait, let's do like a double monster gift. Did that make it better? I think the effect enhances it. Karma? All right. Tomar, I caught you crying in 4K. Check on Twitter. I saw that, Evcam, but you also admitted immediately after that it was a crying filter. But I did see that. I assume that was me laughing at your bit, and you made me crying instead. I heard you can knock your teeth out with those things. Oh, these Jonas Galorian? I suppose you could if you were an untrained amateur, but I happen to be a Jew harp specialist. As you can tell. My beef curtains are quivering, says Carl. Don't say that. That's gotta be one of my least favorite terms for a vagina. Beef curtains. Alright. BM Farts, thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar has been Chris, Zach, Ding Dong, Julian, Corey, Dave, Race Pirate, Julian, Adam. Basically everyone who's ever been on Oni Place has just been one of Tomar's multiple personalities. Hello, I am Tomar. I am a system. I am a system of Oni Plays special guests and regulars. My pronouns are all of them. Tomar OS. How dare you all reinforce his delusions? Tomar is the true backbone of Oni Plays.
No talent, mediocre piece of shit.
Go see that. But Sire just had to put me in my place there. Thank you for the 777 bits, though, Sire. This is for missing your last couple of streams, Tomar. Wait, I didn't miss my last couple. Well, I guess I did. I mean, I did have to skip last Thursday because Like, so yeah, I think I said this on Tuesday, but the reason why I missed Thursday is I had a super early flight Friday to go see my parents in Chicago. So I just feel like it's bad practice to tell the whole world when you're going out of town. It's like I know, guys don't necessarily know where I live or anything, but it's like a bad thing, right? To like be like, by the way, my house is empty. They say like not to do that on like Facebook and stuff. So I figured I definitely shouldn't do it in like a public place like my stream. Home security and all that. Jack Rip 22. Oh, here, let's see. I should acknowledge highlighted messages, I guess. Let's see. I missed your streams, Tomar. I'm sorry, said Sire. You will be forgiven in time. But for now, just know, you called me a no talent. No, I no worries, and thank you as always for the bits. Guro-chan, thanks for the 100 bits. Tomi, what's your go-to Wendy's order? Oh, I have an answer for this one. A double stack and a vanilla frosty. I do like chocolate too, but I'm more likely to get a vanilla than a chocolate. But yeah, usually just a double stack by itself, and I usually don't get fries. I mean, Wendy's fries are fine, but they're like, I don't think they're worth the calories. I'd rather just have the double stack and put all my calories into a delicious dessert like a frosty. Granted, I only go to Wendy's maybe through 2-3 times a year, but that's my go-to. Pardon me. Azuma, thank you for the 100 bits. Check out Tomar's eyebrows. Boy, howdy. Wait, what about my eyebrows? These are my same old eyebrows. I was just talking about the eyebrow scar the other day, too, I think. Was I talking about the eyebrow scar on here? I think I was. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, though, Ozma. Sire, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. You've earned your second Tomar Emerald, my friend. Hey, look, I got my... Oh, and you just acknowledged that. Yes, you did. Yes, you got your Tomar Emerald. Carl, thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar, have you not seen the gif of Mario and Sonic that I referenced in my Tomart? Perhaps not? Perhaps not, Carl. I'm sorry. Toast Repair says, I tried running Tomar OS and my drives got formatted in Tomar FS. Lost all my sweet vacation photos, too. What gives? Tomar FS does have built-in journaling and snapshotting. So next time you have a bunch of irreplaceable photos, you'll be able to recover them with a snapshot. So at least you have that going for you. So for 100 streams, you should fist fight Chris and Zach collectively. I don't know about that. That would be really hard to fit in this webcam area. But I'll take that under consideration. Boogery Bungus, thank you for the 40 bits. Hey, Tomar, do you ever come home and say, there's a horse in my room or a donkey? No, what are you talking about, Boogery? No, I never come home and say that. That is the answer to your question. No. Sire, thank you for the 100 bits. Thanks for putting me in the thumbnail of the Tunic VOD, Tomar. You're really getting the Sire brand out there. Of course, Sire. It's not like... You could tell I put a lot of effort into my thumbnails on my YouTube channel. That's something else that I probably need to get on top of. But first, I think... I don't know. I don't know what first. I gotta do some things if we're gonna grow our viewer base. But I'm things are great right now. We could make them greater, but they're still great. Marshall Maximus 47, thank you for the 95 bits. I saw Tomar at the McDonald's again last night. This time he only stayed in the bathroom for 3 hours and 36 minutes.
It's a gifting spree!
Benji with the interrupting Benji. Thank you so much, Benji, for the gifted subs. For the 10 gifted subs in that gifting spree just now. Hey, 10 months. I hope you're doing well. I have a few subs, says Benji. Thank you so much. It's been 10 months and out of the 12, and it's been lovely. Thank you so much, Benji. So yeah, what Marshall Maximus was saying, he stayed in the bathroom for only 3 hours and 36 minutes. The staff is afraid to call the police. And hello, Mr. Crinkles. Mr. Crinkles with a party of 87 has just raided us. That was the big raid, the raid alarm that just went off. You know, the old. So that's how we know that we've been joined by the Crinkles crew. Hope you're doing well out there, Crinkles, if you're hearing this, and all the folks that Tomar in a hat. That's correct. This is Tomar in a hat. Tomar in his New Hampshire trucker hat. Live free or die. That's, you know, I feel like that's one of my favorite things about New Hampshire is their state motto. All right, Golden Pen H, but thank you very much for dropping in. Oh, and Dylan gifted Mr. Crinkles a sub. Well, there you go, Matt. You're subbed now. You've been taken care of by the Welcome Committee. And thank you for doing that, Dylan. Oh my God, Tyler. Tyler's trying to gift all the Raiders right now. Tyler, Jesus, Tyler. Tyler with 100 gifted sub. Oh my goodness gracious, Tyler. It's been a while since you've stunned me so thoroughly. Oh my goodness. Golden Pen HD, thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. Tolmar, can you rip off your sleeves and show us your guns? There's not much to show. I'm not going to rip off my sleeves. I just got this shirt from Stitch Fix like, I don't know, like a month or two ago. Does anyone here use Stitch Fix? As a guy who sucks at and dislikes clothes shopping, I can say that doing a seasonal Stitch Fix has done wonders for my wardrobe. Tyler with the 100 bits. My 1-year anniversary is tomorrow, and the timing is garbage. So here's my stream birthday anniversary present. Love you, Tommy. Thank you so much, Tyler. That was very sweet of you. 100 subs that makes my whole day. And I realize it's the 100th stream coming up on Tuesday, but I'll consider this an early 100th stream present. The 100, it all lines up really nicely, right? But thank you so much, Tyler. Sire, thanks for the dime. Thanks for finally wearing flannel, by the way. Oh yeah, this is basically flannel. I mean, it's not flannel. It's not the material, but it is plaid. And that's what counts, right? It just has to be plaid. Now we're ready to space truck in style. Speaking of which, let's see. Let's go over here. I can actually put an overlay up here. There, now I can see everyone's chat without having to look back at my stream software. And we can have a little fun. We can get out of this. Oh yeah, and I also installed an auto docking module to save us a little bit of time. It's the advanced one, so it also does auto launching. Not that I really needed that as badly, but the auto docking really is not. Every time I say docking, you guys are like 5-year-olds. It's Robo Prancer. You're the one who caught me this time. And then Christian, yes, auto docking. I said it. Let's just launch. We're not even gonna grab a mission right now. We're gonna launch and get off this stupid planet. Yet another game Tomar cannot park in, says Blowing Kunks. Thanks for that. Sire, and then Sire just gifted a sub to Robo Prancer. So now we're rewarding people for their jokes, for their vulgarities. All right, we're mass locked. I hate how they're like, you're speeding. It's as if speeding away from a base is dangerous. Oh, thank you, Dylan, for the gifted sub to Haas and Pfefferoni. I'm sure Haas and Pfeffer appreciates that. Robo Prancer, sharing the love, has gifted a sub to Super Tiddly. So many gift subs going around. Tomar, you should take us to Space Wendy's, insists F. Kim.
Frameshift drive charging.
Here, let's frame shift off this planet. Oh, we have to get to the escape vector. Here we go. Look, we're done speeding now, okay? Here we have Jose speeding away in a white Bronco. What? What are you on about, little parking lot? It's super tiddly, not tiddly. I can't smell. There's the Atomic Orc has joined us, I see. Always fun, always a fun time with Atomic Orc harassing me. I kid, of course. Yeah, let's get that perfect 90-degree angle. Yeah, Orange Joe says, you just got 100 subs, you can afford Wendy's for 100 people. I suppose I can. Alright, let's say we did take a hypothetical trip to Space Wendy's. What would everyone here order? Do you guys? I still think Frosties are like the best fast food shake. I like thick shakes though, and most places don't do thick shakes. I think Whataburger might, but I don't have a Whataburger anywhere near me. What's that? Oh God, we're being interdicted. Why? Why are we being interdicted? We're gonna escape it though. We've got a pretty good lock on this escape vector. Why would they do this to us? Oh my God. I can't believe I get interdicted on my first day. I'm just trying to get a lock on some of these random strangers. See if we can find anyone who's wanted. Nah, he's clean. And he's in a wing. Oh, Private Pylex, thank you for subscribing. Here, what do we got? Let's filter this a little bit. Let's see, points of interest, signal sources. We can keep stations in there. Let's go to the nav beacon, you guys. It's only 139 light seconds away. Alright, let's see here. Nav beacon ahoy. Alright. Are all the other people real players? They can be bulk mix squat thrust, but no, the majority of them are probably just NPCs. We are in open mode, so it's 100% possible to run into other players. And even just now on the thing, you probably saw a bunch of, because we're in a very populated zone right now. We're actually way more likely to get ganked here, because this is where one of the main engineers from the Horizons expansion lives, and so we are probably in a risky sector sticking around here. See, Tomar, I have a job interview. So, whoa. This is Calidus1 says, Tomar, I have a job interview and a job assessment next week. Please send me a Tomar Emerald for luck. Well, I can't send you an emerald. That would be too much power. But I can say a little Tomar blessing for you. There we go. Blessings upon you, Calidus1. Drawing Blood says, I joined late. What did I miss? Oh, not much of anything. Let's see. This guy appears... Yeah, these guys are in a wing together anyway. I don't know if I'd want to mess with them flying solo like this, even if one of them did have a bounty. We're just looking around for bounties. Here, we got a Type 7 transporter here. It's a pretty big vehicle, but I bet it would have a lot of freight worth taking if they were wanted. Alright, let's see. This Cobra. Let's have a look at this Cobra Mark IV. Deadly. Alliance Enforcer. Oh, Alliance Enforcer is going to be clean, of course. Yeah, a bunch of these are just like government ships. Let's see, Tomar. Oh, Carl, thanks for the 50 bits. Tomar, how dare you mention Wendy's? I just ordered off Uber Eats because of you. Accidental Wendy's stream. Oh, there's nothing accidental here. I've been paid very generously by the Wendy's Corporation to get you to do exactly what you just did. See, it's kind of my special ability. It's what I call castling. I think you're familiar with it. Uh, no. Tyler, thank you for the 30 bits. Space Cop here. We currently 40 jumps away from Tomar's location. We'll take him down before he can ruin any more lives. Oh, God. Tyler's trying to find his way to me. We should definitely make a mad dash out of here. Just what I want to see is Tyler killing me with his far superior armaments live on stream. Alright, let's see. We don't... Let's head back toward the nav beacon real quick. There's the nav beacon itself. Getting anything cool from it? Scanning. Scanning. Tomar would win in a... Who would win in a fist fight realistically between you and Chris? Look, I'm not saying I am an expert at this. I would like to believe that I am the best scrapper in the Oni Plays group. I really would like to believe that. I am also the shortest, but I like to think I have the most combat training, but not a whole lot of combat experience, if I'm being honest. I haven't done like... I haven't sparred anybody for real since I was in like high school. Oh wait, we have a wanted fellow from the... He's well within our weapons range too. Oh. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're not pulling away from me. Hard points out. Light him up. Here, let's fire a little seeker there. Yeah, I bet we're under attack. Full charge on weapons. There we go. Let's take the throttle down. We're just shooting down some criminals. There we go. Target destroyed. Did he have anything cool? I didn't even have anything. No cargo. Oh no, wait. I take it back. There's some cargo. Let's move over toward it. Let's open our scoop.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Let's see. We're gonna pick up some of his cargo. Just some crystal shards, you know. The everyday stuff that criminals carry. Tomar, could you please use some of your power to cool down my room? I don't have AC and it's 94 degrees. That does sound miserable. I'm sorry to hear that, Estes. Do you just not have AC in general, or is your AC broken? That does sound awful. I've been there too. We got it. All right, let's see. Oh, and Minoyo, thank you for the gifted sub to Kingly Waffles. Here, let's, are there any more? What else is locally floating around? Oh, you know what? I should be in not nav mode, contacts mode. There's some tempered alloys. Here. Let's get those. Let's get that tempered alloy too while we're at it. Gonna do some cargo pickup. I was gonna say I had some limpets for picking these things up, but I need to restock. All right, we got it. Tomar, you killed my brother Jan. I will have my revenge, claims Fluffy Dream. I mean, are you sure? Are you sure I killed your brother? Are you sure he didn't try to kill me and I simply defended myself? Here, let's, what's this guy got going on? He looks suspicious. Oh wow, I was right. He is suspicious, but he's also in a wing of two. I wonder if I could take both of these guys at once. Should I risk it? Alright, Pete Edge. We're gonna give this a shot. But I will run like a coward if it... Oh, they just jumped? Damn it. Alright. Well, they're probably not worth pursuing. I was gonna risk it. I was gonna risk it to him, but while I was mulling it over, his frame shift engaged. He's gone. Tomar the psychopath planning his next kill. It's true, Golden Pen. In the case of this game, I'm just doing a little bounty hunting. I need to collect vouchers for the engineer that I was just visiting. So I figure why not do a little bounty hunting out by the nav beacon. We could try somewhere else too. We could go to like a mining zone and look for folks there. That's just a wake. Yeah, we got nothing. Let's go back toward the nav beacon, I guess. Ooh, who's that now? Oh, that is the nav beacon. We got an eagle, imperial eagle. Who are all these? Why am I being scanned? Is that a criminal scanning me? Slow our throttle a second here. Oh, yeah, these guys are wanted, and there's 3 of them. That I'm not willing to risk. Oh, let's retract our hard points and get the hell out of here. What do we have out? Oh, my cargo scoop's still open. There we go. This ship looks like N64 controls. Oh, I see. The actual ship I was targeting. I follow Atomic Orc. Let's see. Sire, thank you for the 10 bits. Tomar, when is the MMA Oni Play series coming out where you beat up Chris Lyle and Zach in a cage? Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. No, I don't think it's ever gonna come. Encoded emissions threat 0. That's a little too low of a threat, but you know what? Let's check it out. Let's see if I can get an assist. See, a coded emissions threat 0. Well, I don't know how to engage assist without using this menu. I'm sure I could have bound it to a key thing somewhere. But I don't see... Oh, here we go. Encoded emissions threat 0. Is that the one? No, that one's only 500 something light seconds away. Here we go. This is the one. Super Cruise Assist engage. There we go. Now I can go hands-free for a second, have a swig of my green screened out bubbly water, and check out chat for a minute while we cruise along. Tomar, is it normal to not understand what's going on the screen in this game? Look, Elite Dangerous is one of those games that's got a bit of a learning curve to it, but that is the fun of it. It's very simmy, but also the controls are pretty tight, and the, you know, once you get used to them, and the combat's, I think, pretty fun. But yeah, in a lot of ways, this is just Truck Simulator in space. You're just kind of out here in the void. Tomar, where's your plate? Says Nawal Matico. What do you mean, where's my plate? Like the plaque? It's sitting right here next to me. I showed it off earlier, but I guess I could bring it out again. Tomar is a dangerous elite, says CJ Maniac. I don't know if I'd use those words. Oh yeah, it's very shiny, Uncle Christian. And it's got a little bit of weight to it, too. Yes, the space vehicle is registered. Of course it is, Schizorama. We are very much on the up and up here in Commander Tomar land. Oh, Drawing Blood says, that's right, congrats on the plaque. Super happy for you guys. Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, Chris got his like a month or so ago, but he got us all duplicates, which was very sweet of him. Okay, whoa! Jesus Christ. Alright, we managed to dodge that. We didn't take any hull damage. Now let's have a look here at this derelict. See if there's anything. That's it? Just a heat dispersion plate? Oh, a private data beacon. Well, let's scan that. I wonder what's on it.
Incoming message.
Oh. Let's have a look at that, I suppose. Data link scanner. Hyperspace traffic monitors. Target indicators are all nominal and correctly. Strange wake solutions. System sweep, wake solutions report, wake solution stream. I don't know what to make of all that, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't know if that added some stuff to my thing. But, I wonder what this Wizard V2G BVF is. And what that white symbol next to it means. See, the War Wagon, Darks, I feel like a lot of these are player-owned carriers. But I don't... Yeah, I'm pretty certain the Big Chungus V4V is player-owned. Like I said, we're in a very populated system. Alright, what's that ahead of me? Oh, the heat dispersion plate. I see. It's on the other side of this... There we go. We can pick up this heat dispersion plate while we're at it. Let's get our scoop out.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Well, line up. Take it nice and easy. Could someone clip Tomar saying Big Chungus? Ask Golden Pen HD. If you must. I just said it again, though. You'll never see me voluntarily bring up Big Chungus, but I'm just reading it off the screen. But Big Chungus, alright. I still do think Big Chungus is a great drawing in its own right. But it was a great drawing, you know, in the 1940s or whenever it originally was done. Big Chungus is where WB stores thousands of upscaled copies of Space Jam 2, says Snackanacky Wacky. Can you criticize Big Chungus in a Yiddish accent? Asks the Random Nation. I don't want to criticize Big Chungus. I was just complimenting Big Chungus. I think it's an objectively funny drawing of Bugs Bunny. Like, even Elmer... In a lot of ways, I think that the old, like, super fat Elmer Fudd was just a funnier, better design than... It's like, what am I to do with this private beacon data?
Retracted.
Like, is that stuff that's just like in my waypoint in my nav now? I really don't know what to make of it. The private data beacon. I really want to move my overlay. It's blocking a lot of this. If I just Control Alt. No, control. what was it? Control Alt O, Control Shift O, Alt Shift O. I'm trying to remember. Whatever. I'm just gonna go into the overlay and manually move it. Game overlay. Toggle positioning mode. I think it'll do fine here. Sorry. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but it suits me to have Alt F4 says Carl. Hardy har. All right. Did you see the Germa stream today where he reviewed snacks that he placed in F tier from his previous snack review stream? No, I didn't, but I did see that that was the title of his stream today, so I could have guessed that was literally exactly what he was doing. Germa's such a sweetheart. I got in touch with him recently. Well, I should say he got in touch with me. He was the one who bridged that gap, because we really hadn't spoken in years, like probably close to 10 to 12 years. And yeah, he reached out, you know, because the other day when we went in there and did the raid and hosted him, that I think prompted something. He had hit me up on Steam because it was the only like private contact we had, and then we wound up talking on Discord a bit. But yeah, it was great catching up. He's still such a sweet guy. I really am genuinely happy for how well he's done on YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff. Back when we knew each other, we were just, you know, two fellow voice actors. He used to make funny little sketch comedy stuff. He was always hilarious. But that was a fun little experience. I never said Germa was a bad... Well, Golden Pen HD says Germa isn't a bad voice actor. No, he's not at all. I think he's an incredibly talented person in general. And I'm not... I genuinely mean that. I'm not just saying that. Tomar, it's brave of you to admit being a big Chungus guy, says Weeping Blade. That's all Germa needed to know to become your best friend. We never discussed Big Chungus. Emma Muir says, yeah, Tomar, no matter what you say, Germa is a good voice actor. I never said he wasn't. I always envied his old man voice. I always thought it was amazing. You know, that old man voice that got him famous, doing like... He used to do that voice on Salty Swamp long before, you know, old like Grandpa Plays Call of Duty or whatever that bit was called. I always really liked... No, I can't... I don't even have it fresh enough in my head to even attempt to do the German voice. You gotta do... It's something somewhere in here, but I can't exactly do it, but I do like my own little version of it. But yeah, it's definitely not as good as Germa's real, genuine grandpa voice. I'm not calling him Old Grease King. Oh my god. Does Toma really, like, hate Germa? No! Toma does not hate Germa. Far from it. It's Thargoid lore, says Snackanaki Waggy, the private data beacon. Yeah, nuts to that private data beacon. Let's go somewhere else. Let's get out of this system. In fact, okay, here. Let's filter down to stations and see if we can't just get a, yeah, let's go to the... Should we go to the Chelbin service station or to the Kregel zone? Let's go to the Kregel zone.
Cannot comply.
Ah, do we have our... What do we have out now? Oh, we have our hard points out. Cannot comply. Me.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, wait a minute.
4, 3, 2.
Wait! What are we jumping to? Oh, okay. It is just... Alright, the Kregel zone. The Kregel zone. Oh, thank you, Burst Agent X, who just resubscribed for 3 months. The Fraggle zone. You Fraggles. I hate those Fraggles. Here. Alright, no, we don't want to go to Rodius. We want to go to Kraggle Zone. And we're going to engage our Super Cruise Assist. Because why did we pay for a Super Cruise Assist if we weren't going to use the Super Cruise Assist? All right. Tomar bit Germa's ear. That's not true, the Random Nation. You're thinking of Holyfield and Tyson. Man, I can't believe I remember that. That was one of the most famous things going on in the news when I was like, I want to say 11 or 12 years old. When Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's, or a chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear off. Apparently, we're passing by a cruise ship. The Kregel Zone, just by Trust Mundi. Tomar's the Mike Tyson of Twitch, says Sire. Tomar boxing Germa in the iDubbbz event confirmed. No! I don't think I'm nearly relevant enough to be invited to the iDubbbz event. Isn't that in 2 days? Something's happening in a couple days, but... But I'm not going to comment on that. Tomar, is it true that you actually bit Jaxie's ear off? No, it is not true, Jonathan Joester. All right. We're just going to go to the Kregel Zone, get a little mission. Tomar, you are relevant. You're the voice. No, I'm not. I'm not relevant in the YouTube circles. Certainly not. Look, I could say, okay, relevant or not, I'm not a big enough draw. Let's. Wait. Oh, I had my. Okay. See, now we have the auto docking module. Nobody joke about it, please. Sire says, Tomar, you can beat... Let's see. One sec while I handle this docking situation. So now that we're approved, we can just drop throttle and auto dock. Look at that beautiful auto dock module we have now. Takes all the guesswork out. Hands-free docking. Watch this, you guys. Watch the computer do all the work. Sire says, Tomar, you can beat everyone Oni plays upright, and Matt Mercer, you can kick his ass too. But can you beat up Germa? I never said I could beat up Matt Mercer or Germa, or even necessarily everyone in the Oni plays. I said I just like to believe I could. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Alright. Here we go. We will get bigger, though. Mind you, we will get bigger. And then they'll be begging me to do the boxing stuff. Just you wait. I mean, that'd be cool anyway. Look at that. Docking right into the station. There we go. Sire, thanks for the dime. Tomar, please call out Keemstar to a 12-round boxing match. I bet I could win that fight. Keemstar does seem like someone who'd be all bark and no bite. And I would take the, no matter who I fought, I would take the fight seriously if I ever did wind up in some celebrity boxing thing. I would play for keeps, so to speak. But I honestly wouldn't go against, if I was against an opponent who was, who had like a foot on me, I don't think I'd accept that. I would have a massive weight and reach disadvantage. I would only be willing to fight people who were like 6 feet or shorter. Tomar would lick the foot, says Jonathan Joester. I would not. I don't know what that means, but I would not do that. That sounds gross. Here. Let's go to Starship Services, see if we can't eke out a little mission. And I'm not going to hand in my bounties because I'm saving them up for something. Let's see. We'll go into the mission board. And we'll just say, we could do like a boom time delivery. Actually, I don't think I have enough cargo space to hold 36 units of anything. And that's above my rank a bit anyway. And this is too crappy of a boom time delivery. Here, 6 units of bauxite. It's not much, but it's an excuse to do a little flying. Let's see. Maybe we could do this. We could find our targets at Gibson Prospect +3. Corporate Strike. Nah, I don't want to do Horizons missions right now. I hate planetary landings, you guys. That's the honest truth. I'm still not used to them yet, and I don't like them. Ooh, that's a big boom time delivery. This is for wings. No, it's not. Yeah, it is for wings. I definitely would not have the capacity for that. Let's see what else there is here. 6 feet or shorter. Tomar versus the trumpet guy. Look, I'm 5'8" in shoes. Like, I don't want to box someone who's over 6 feet. I'm definitely gonna have a reach disadvantage. Wolf 397 Independence. This is I'm not competent. I'm mostly harmless. And I'm just speaking about my combat in this game. I do believe I am competent otherwise. Thank you very much. I just have not yet achieved a rank of competent in the combat category of this game. Eliminate 2 deserters. Should we get a mission to hunt some guys? No, it's more Horizon stuff. Deliver 8 units of bio-waste, 54 units of cobalt. See, yeah, I can't carry 54 units. You got the 8 units of bio-waste. There was another boom time delivery thing here that sounded promising. I just can't remember which one it was. Unless I've already lost out on it. See, that one's too high ranking. It was this one. It's not a great payout, but it'll do. Alright, we're going to go to Wolf 406, you guys. Wolf 406. Tomar is extremely lethal outside this game, claims Carl. Tomar is 1/2 Gabby J, 1/2 Bear Hugger, and 100% Soda Popinski. I do appreciate a reference to multiple Punch-Out games there. Bear Hugger. I boxed Bob Dylan on stage, says Drawing Blood. Who the fuck are you? Tomar, go show those NASA nerds that you can get a better pick of Sag Alpha. What? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Is that Sagittarius something? Is that one of the stars from Sagittarius? I don't know what Sag A means, but that's my best guess, Snack and Aki Wacky. Alright. We're going to head to Wolf 406. Let's just make sure we actually accept the mission and that we actually collect all the cargo, because that would be a bummer to miss. Alright. We've got all 6 cargo stowed safely away. We've got 6 units of bauxite, or however the hell you're supposed to pronounce that. Let's see. Do we have anything else to do while we're here? I think we're all fully restocked. We could just see what's in the shipyard for the fun of it. Oh, not much. Oh yeah, not much at all. This Diamondback Scout sounds nice. It's a little faster top speed than my Viper, but yeah. Smaller hardpoints. No. Not as adept at combat. And this is a Type 9 Heavy. This thing's massive. That's like the real space truck. I mean, that's probably what we should be working toward if we're really going to be space truckers. Because, yeah, man, look at how much this thing could carry. 348 tons right off the bat. It's freaking mental. but it's also 76 million credits. To put that in perspective, I have just under 1 million. So no, we can't afford the Type 9 Heavy just yet. Guro-chan says, Tomar, watch out. Yeah, Tyler's been heading here to kill me. Wait, there's such thing as a Type 10, Tyler? I didn't even know that. I thought Type 9 was the biggest. Oh, great. Or at least of the haulers. Obviously, there's bigger ships. Like, there's carrier ships, but... Tomar, do you voice Trundle in League of Legends, or is my friend gaslighting me? Asked Jaguar Moon. Yes, it is a fact. I do voice Trundle in both League of Legends and Legends of Runeterra. I have been the official voice of Trundle since 2013. Before that, it was someone else who they never properly credited. I have no idea who they were. The original little forest troll Trundle before he became the big ice troll. G10 is the combat mount version. Oh, is that so, Tyler? That does sound pretty sick, though. Oh, Duelink says that was him that voiced the original Trundle. Gotcha. Wait, Tomar voice acts and streams? Wait, you knew that, right, sire? You're just pulling my leg. Yeah, I was in Smiling Friends. If Trundle is gonna be in an Arcane season, nobody's told me. But if I were asked, I obviously would do it. It's a fun role to reprise. There was like almost 10 years between doing him for League and doing him for Runeterra. All right, let's get out of here. We're not buying a ship. I don't think we need to do any outfitting. Let's just get going. It's auto launch time. Zach lied to me about Tomar voiceover. What are you talking about, Uncle Christian? Tomar, play League one day. I'm no good at League. I'm completely unskilled. If someone... Is there someone out here who thinks they could train me to be like a platinum level Trundle player? That would be a cool gimmick, right? If I dominated the charts as the character I voiced. I have very little desire to get into MOBAs, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm mostly joking here. Is Trundle even meta, says Blue Carrot. I know at least at some point they were. Wow, who's this getting blasted out of the sky? Oh, they're wanted. Here, let's join in. Why not? Maybe we'll pick up a little chunk of the bounty. We just got fined, and they jumped right after. Whoopsies. Yeah, we were in a no fire zone. All right, well, whatever. It's a tiny fine. It was worth it. No regrets. Let's jump. Oh crap. We just brought our hard points out. There we go. There's an alternate universe where Tomar is an elite League player. I don't know about that, Golden Pen HD. I've never been an elite anything player. I enjoy video games as a pastime. I don't think I've ever been like truly at a competitive level for any game ever. Like, I can't even think of a game I was close to being competitive at. I don't know if I just don't have the reflexes, or if I've just never put in enough time. I really couldn't say. All I can say is that I just not qualified. But here, let's actually do a little more. Let's do some real fuel scooping. We'll try to go in and pause around 18 to 20 units per second so we don't take on too much heat. And we can just sit here for a few seconds and scoop that fuel. Is it necessary right now? No. But I just like to top off when I can. It's free fuel after all. It's like free real estate. Tomar, have you ever eaten a Bronco trolley? It's a Triscuit topped with peanut butter and an orange slice. No, but who would want to eat an orange slice? Oh, well, I'd try it once. Is it a candied orange slice at least, Harold Krell? Or is it just a straight up raw orange? Oh, wait, orange slice. I guess in my head I thought you were saying like an orange skin. I guess an orange slice is fine. You're saying like a little piece of like clementine? You're not talking about an orange skin though, right? Like it's not the rind, it's the actual fruit. I just want to be clear. Yeah, not the peel. The peel, that's the word for it. Rind I think is good too. No harm, clementine. Orange zest is the skin. Yeah, it is, yeah. The peel is the best part. So says you guys. I guess I'm not a big orange peel fan. We're charging. Making our jump to Ross 129. Tomar, weird question, but do you happen to know a VA named Chris Zambellis? I mean, yeah, I do. Chris Zambellis he was at my wedding actually. He was one of the few people at my wedding because he lives in Florida, or at least at the time he lived in Florida, and we did a very like little local thing. But yeah, I definitely know Chris Zambellis. He's a good man. He's a very funny guy too. Why bring him up? Who brought him up? I'm trying to. I feel like I missed it. Do you know a voice actor named Chris? I'm trying to find the original message. Oh well, the point is, yes, I like Chris Zambellis. Oh, Marshall Max was. Oh, hold on. Sire gave 100 bits 7 minutes ago. What is up, Tomar Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Tomar. Let's get right into the juice. Okay. Let's see, Marshall Maximus. Thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar, what's your favorite thing to cook? Mine is egg fried rice. Honestly, that's one of my favorites too, because you can improvise so hard with egg fried rice. You can add stuff. You can do your eggs different. I don't know. That's one of the most common dishes that I actually sit down and cook because it's easy and you can improvise and you can really play around with like spices and different vegetables and sometimes I try to do mine like Thai style with some pineapple mixed in there. I love fried rice with cashews and pineapple. The way that I mean, not to say that's all Thai fried rice, but that seems to be a common enough dish in Thailand. And H Narb says, ever tried cooking anything Filipino style? No, I really am not. I don't know a lot of Filipino dishes. I know like Filipino blood stew. I've had that several times, but I've never actually tried making it. I'd have to buy some fresh blood. But no, I've never done any Filipino cooking myself. Oh, thanks. Swear Jar says, congrats on the play button, Tolmar. I love how everyone's like referencing the Oni Plays episode of the day. But that, you guys, you got to admit, I don't know if anyone's seen the Super Mario World like opener for Oni Plays yet. I think it came out like yesterday or today. But
Frameshift drive charging.
I think it was genuinely funny. Like Corey losing his temper happens multiple times in that Super Mario World playthrough. In the first episode is he gets pretty mad in the first episode, but there's a later episode that hasn't come out yet where he is just like furious, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And it's the only hint I'll say is it's Corey's relationship with the Xbox D-pad. Man, he really doesn't like that D-pad. I've never seen Corey get angrier than that. No, I don't think he's wrong about the D-pad. I've just never seen someone get so viciously angry about it. I'm not spoiling the plot. Oh my god. There's nothing compared to actually seeing it happen. Corey, you mean the McDonald's brony? Wait, I don't think so, Coffee Black. But Corey's one of the most unfathomable beings to walk this earth. Please get a webcam. What are you talking about? Oh, you're saying for Oni Plays? I watch Oni Plays for the plot, says PM Triox. Sorry. Wait, yeah, it was Mellow Rolo. Mellow Rolo, I did answer your question. Oh, sorry. You're saying it was Calidus1 who asked about Chris Zambellis. Gotcha. Is there a follow-up question to that? Because yes, I definitely know Chris Zambellis. He also goes by the Rooster Crow, or at least he used to. But he's the guy, if you guys are familiar with, because this was relevant to Corey, actually. If you guys ever saw Sailor Man, Corey made a cartoon called Sailor Man, which is like, it's someone narrating a Sailor Moon bit, but that's all Chris Zambellis' voice. Chris, I think, improvised that entire thing off the cuff, and then Corey animated it. So that's who Chris Zambellis is, for anyone here who thinks they're left out. He's not as distant of a concept as you may think. He is the voice of Sailor Man and Sailor Man 2. Really, crystals? Tomar, could you beat up Corey? I don't know. Corey, I feel like, has reserves of strength in him that I would never find out about unless he were in a life endangered, basically unless he were in like a true fight or flight situation. I think if I tried to fight Corey, he would surprise me. I sincerely mean that. Do you know who voiced John Kreisman? Wait. Brossop Live. Hey, saw you were credited voice actor for Road of the Dead 1 and 2. Wanted to know which character did you voice, and do you know who voiced John Kreisman? If that's a serious question, Brossop Live, by the way, who's a first-time chatter, yes, that is me. I voiced John Kreisman, the main character of Road of the Dead 1. I don't know if he was the main character of Road of the Dead 2. I don't remember doing as much recording for Road of the Dead 2. But I also, that was all like almost a lifetime ago. That was all back in like, I think it's like I was working on like Road of the Dead and Punk-O-Matic back in like 2009 or something. Yeah, it is freaky how big the sun looks, PM Triox. I totally agree. And it's not difficult to overshoot it and wind up burning your ship up. Granted, that's why I always keep some heat sinks on me. Wait, you were in Punk-O-Matic? Oh yeah, I did a ton of voices for Punk-O-Matic, if I remember right. Or specifically Punk-O-Matic 2. I don't think the original Punk-O-Matic even had that much voice acting. Was there a Punk-O-Matic 2? I think there was. But yeah, Evil Dog, who created those two games, we used to work a bunch together. Wait, where are we actually headed? No, this is where we're headed. Wait. Hold on. We supposed to go to Xillig City? I totally lost track of... Boom time delivery. Oh yeah, we are supposed to go to Xillig City. Alright. Let's go to Xillig City. Using Super Cruise Assist. Oh, and it's already in this direction even. PM Trick says, I love space stuff, but it scares the piss out of me. So I had to know I wasn't alone. No, I get it. There's something about being in these big, gigantic spaces. And you're just a tiny guy in a ship that's, you know, maybe a few inches thick. Let me get out of the map again. What are you talking about, Duel Links? I don't know what you're talking about. Tomar went an epic dog hating rant. That's not true, sire. I love dogs. I adore dogs. I don't have one of my own at the moment, but I love dogs. I grew up with dogs. Not just, no, not hot dogs. I mean, I like hot dogs too. Noodle kills them. Noodle. There was a time that Rodrigo brought his little dog Charlie over, and Noodle like got pissed. Noodle like Charlie was super friendly, and he's not that big, and Noodle just got up in his face and tried to like intimidate him. I don't think it worked, but like he was not happy, and Noodle was not scared of that dog at all. Noodle's generally aggressive towards other animals. Besides female cats, he's a simp for, but most other animals, Noodle is not cool with. Let's see. On our way to Zillig City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Let's see. Oh yeah, Sire 3MK says, Tomar, you didn't even do the Keemstar voice. What's the Keemstar voice? I've never even thought of Keemstar as having an iconic voice. I can't even think of what Keemstar sounds like right now, and I've heard him like probably dozens of times. And that's not meant to be an insult. I just don't think he has like a super iconic voice. Who asked? Oh yeah, okay. Tomar pretending he doesn't watch Drama Alert every day, says Sire. I don't. I really, I get why people follow that stuff, but you see enough real drama out there that following other strangers' drama, you know, I don't need. And that's not to say I have a drama-filled life, but I definitely don't go out of my way to engage with drama. Tomar, is it true you absolutely loved Lucy, Daughter of the Devil? I actually don't have any opinion on Lucy, Daughter of the Devil. I've never really sat down and watched it. And not for any particular reason either.
Docking request granted.
Anonymous access. Whatever that means. Let's see, do you remember any of the lines about the Partridge Family related drama that's going down right now? How do you feel? Did I just mix two things together? Oh yeah, Bras Up Live said, do you remember any of the lines you did for Road of the Dead? Hearing one of them would be like a blast from the past. No, do I remember any of them? No. It's legit been, you know, 13 years or something since I voiced any of that. No, I don't remember. So yeah, it would be a blast from the past. Maybe we should. I'd hop on Newgrounds right now and play Road to the Dead if it weren't a Flash game. I guess maybe we could. It might run in like in what's the Flash emulator that Mike Welsh built again? Crap. Now I feel it's Ruffle. That's what it's called. Yeah, there is Newgrounds Flash player, but I didn't even think that still worked anymore. Does the Newgrounds player really still work? Ruffle is the thing that Mike built that actually converts it into like HTML5 stuff, like HTML5 OpenGL, whatever. Burst Agent X, thank you for the gifted sub to X Crescent Mage X. Here, we'll take a quick break as soon as I finish this mission, and we'll look up Road of the Dead. We'll listen to John Kreisman. Let's see, let's deliver our items and complete the mission and take our money. Yay, we have over 1 million credits. Alright. We're just going to take a quick break out of this game. Here, I'm going to go into the menu, and we're just going to mute the master volume. You know what? As long as I'm in this menu, it sounds like it's not going to make any audio, any sound, so that's fine. Hello, Jaxie. Can I help you? Chocolate milk? Thank you. Yes, please. Oh. I appreciate it. What's up? Well, welcome back. It is a little hot. Could you maybe turn the air on? I think I still have it set to like when we left for Chicago, so it's not heating the house very well. Or cooling the house. We'll take it down to 73 or 72. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Sorry about that, you guys. I just had chocolate milk delivered. Let's see, Tomar drinking his chalky milk, says F. Kim. We need a Jaxie sound effect. What would the Jaxie sound effect be? 72, living... You see, it was all the way up at 75. But it's just, I don't know, it's just, it is a bit stuffy in here. She's not wrong. All right. I'm going to take down this overlay so I can see my actual screen. Man, this Chrome window won't even close. I swear Chrome's all jacked up. Or it's just taking a really long time to close. Oh, it was just taking a really long time to close. All right. Let's go to newgrounds.com. Don't worry, I'll bring it on screen in a sec. I just want to get logged in first. Main Tomar profile. Newgrounds.com と Grande のスポンサーはお送りします。I remember, yeah, I had to like learn back when we did Girl Chan in Paradise. I remember I listened to like a million little like anime like pre-roll things to learn how to say that, like Grande no sponsor. I don't know if anybody here knows what I'm talking about, but when they used to like announce like the sponsor of the show. I don't know if they still do that anymore because I haven't watched fan subs in a long time because fan subs were always ripped straight off TV. Now I watch most stuff on like, you know, Crunchyroll or whatever streaming service has whatever I'm looking for. But back in the day, the only way to get anime even close to the release in Japan was fan subs. But that's a good thing. That's what led to simul subs and all that in the first place, was so that the industry could compete with those people. Oh, kurishimasu. Yeah. Oh, the sponsorships are just text now. They don't announce them. All right. Let's go. Here, we'll do window capture. Chrome, newgrounds.com. And let's full screen it. Let's actually full screen it. There we go. And then let me get these joysticks out of my way. Hold on. There we go. And we're going to look up Road of the Dead in all caps. Road of the Dead by Evil Dog. Launch in Newgrounds Player. Do I have Newgrounds Player? I'm going to download it, I guess. I thought this stopped working right like a while ago when Microsoft pulled like the flash kill switch. Am I wrong about that? Well, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm installing Newgrounds Player right now. We got this. We've got this. We've got this. All right, it's fully installed. Always allow Newgrounds to open. Okay. Oh, it actually is loading. Cool. Now I just need to change my focus to Newgrounds Player. And it's not showing up. Let's try doing this and then going automatic. Oh, there it is. Ooh, wow, that's small. Full screen mode, okay. Let's see how well this runs. It's running. It's really running. Powered by Dog Tech.
Warning, Roar of the Dead contains graphic violence that may not be suited for a younger audience.
Alright, normal difficulty level. I wonder if I talk at all during this opening cutscene. I really don't remember. Well, Road of the Dead is actually a selectable game. Good for Evil Dog.
This is an emergency alert system broadcast. This is not a test.
Was that me who said, huh? It must have been.
Hello, citizen. Due to unforeseen and unexplained events, the city has been quarantined. Please stay home. Lock all your doors and windows. Stay out of sight till further notice. Repeat, it is crucial that you stay in your home and out of sight. Martial law is now in effect, and anyone trying to exit the city will be shot on sight. This is not an exercise. Stay home till further notice.
No, that's not me on the radio.
Whoa, this is bad.
This is bad. Yeah, that's definitely me.
This is not an isolated case. It just got up and started walking.
Get it for the base. Sector C was already overwhelmed. What do you want us to do? They're freaking dead and still walking, goddammit!
Get a hold of yourself. We're trained to handle anything, so stick to your job.
Walking Dead. Shit, I'm not staying here. I gotta make it through the highway. It's probably my best bet to get out of the city.
Wow, my voice was like actually higher back then. It's probably my best bet to get out of the city.
We need a status report.
Oh, that's Sapphire.
Keep me posted.
If anybody is familiar with Sapphire, Strawberry Cream, whatever channel, she's the one that originally did the Persona 4 comic, the Persona 4 comic dub. If that puts that into perspective for anybody. I don't have any points. All right, WASD. It's WASD. Okay. There's even a quality key. Is the game broken? Oh god. The game's broken. Oh my god. We might not actually be able to play this. We're just...
Dispatch, give me a report on the highway checkpoint deployments.
All highway units are in position. Traffic is stopped in the city.
It seems like there's a scaling bug. Like, show all is definitely not showing all. Yeah, look, we just see like a corner of the screen. This is not gonna go well for us. We're just gonna keep hitting stuff because we can't see. Poor Flash. Oh! That's all my sound effects, though. I think we just hit a truck. Watch, Tom. This is not good. Yeah, I guess my voice has been deepening over the last 13 years. Go figure. We still got 42 road points.
Cars, people, and chaos. That's what I must expect. I just can't crash my car out there or I'm dead.
Man. I could do better. Oh, it says resize SWF to window. Nope. It's not happening, you guys.
Dispatch, give me a report on the highway checkpoint deployments.
All highway units are in position. Traffic is stopped and the city exits are secured.
I can't find any.
Roger that. Over.
I can't find anything that'll help. The resized SWF to window doesn't do anything. The only other thing I could think to try is it's going to be tiny, but I wonder if that happens. I guess I need to refine the Newgrounds player. Because it's not picking it up at all now. What the hell? I still have it on my window capture. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Now you guys can see what I'm looking at. Alright. Let's see what happens if we play it in this tiny window. Does it work? Oh, it does! Now let's try... Okay! We got around the bug. Alright.
Dispatch, give me a report on the highway checkpoint deployments.
All highway units are in position. Traffic is stopped and the city exits are secured.
Alright.
Roger that. Over.
We gotta get out of the city, you guys. A young Josh Tomar insists upon it. That sounds like it was Druox or someone. It was a good scream. We rammed a Zombo. Trying not to run into these civilians. Oh, what? What was that? Good scream, though. Good on you, young Tomar. Sold that impact. Oh, come on! I think those barrels are full of water. You don't want to hit those. We're getting out of the city. Let's flatten some zombies.
Take that!
Take that? We got this.
We have a moving vehicle headed our way.
Neutralize the vehicle. The driver could be infected or even dead for all we know.
Oh god, now the army's gonna try to kill me. Out of my way! Yeah! We got 2 kilometers out this time. No civilian casualties.
The highway will be filled with debris. I need to take that into account.
So this is like, man, we can't afford anything yet. We could upgrade the horn. That definitely sounds like Druox. Druox the Shredder screaming in the background. That was always his specialty. He was the best screamer we had. But then Lyle came around and gave him a run for his money. I think they worked together on several things. Anyway, that was fun. I'm not. I wanna go back to Elite Dangerous though. That is the game of the hour here. Get your ass in your ass. You really want me to play more of a casual game? I do. I wanted to play more space trucking. Do Lyle's best stream, says Jay Ortega. Why doesn't Lyle should do Lyle's best stream? Also, yeah, Sire gave a dime to thank Jaxie for the chocolate milk. I missed that 15 minutes ago. No, I don't want to watch Girl Chan. I don't want to watch Girl Chan. But you're welcome to. I'm sure it will work in Newgrounds Player. Actually, it's probably, I don't know. It might have already been converted to an MP4. That was a special exception because I really had not heard my voice in that in a long time. And man, I have improved over the years. I'm not saying I was terrible, but I was certainly not peak Tomar acting. That was long before I had done any professional work. That's for certain. Oh yeah, it really is very limited access here. Why are we here anonymously? I don't actually know what that works. Or it's like, yeah, anonymous protocols. Oh, it's because I have a standing bounty. I get it. Well, I don't want to redeem those bounty vouchers. But it's... this is all just because I shot that one dick? Alright, now we can turn off our anonymity protocols, I guess. Tomar, you should stream New Vegas. That would be fun to watch. I have done it. It's just been a while. To stream some New Vegas. I'd consider picking it up again, though. Alright. What do we got here? What do we got for missions? Let's pick up another nice little hauling mission. If we can find a good one. These are all boring, like, low cred courier jobs. I want at least, like, yeah. Supplier needs 3 units of Goslerite in Wolf 406. The sourcing stuff's not that fun either. We have this boom time delivery, if nothing else. Let's see, the LTT 4772 Alliance. Not much. We could do another pirate assassination. That's going to wind up taking up the entire rest of the stream, though. I'm cool just doing space runs. Black box salvage, huh? Oh, I don't want to do searching. I just want to do a nice delivery run. This is a peddler mission. Let's see, deliver 8 units of evacuation shelters. Yeah, we could do that. Illegal black box salvage. Nah, I'm good. Ooh. 66 units. Oh. I think I can cover 36 units of synthetic. Oh, maybe not. Hold on, let me check out my inventory. Whoops. Yeah, our capacity is only 32. And we should buy some more limpets on top of that. Alright, we're going to do that similar mission. We're just going to do another boom time. Alright, we're going to Sondama. We're going to plot a route. And oh yeah, let me put my overlay back up so I can actually see what people are saying. Tomar, is it true that Chris screamed at himself in the mirror when he went to the toilet to go poo? I don't know what you're talking about, Dua. Burst Gent X. Tomar, why are you so cruel to the denizens of your Tomar verse? What does that mean? Gonna just do a little boom time delivery, if you know what I mean. We're gonna make boom time. I couldn't ever sit there. Is that a reference to something that happened on a recent episode? We're gonna accept this mission. We're gonna collect these whatever it is, agri-medicines. Yeah, and let's just be on our way. You know what? We gotta refuel, restock, ammo, and... yeah, it doesn't look like they sell. I wouldn't even be able to get new limpets here, I guess. But I might be able to sell some map data. Yeah. We can make a few bucks here. Alright. We made a little money for our data. Let's blow this popsicle stand, Lowish. Something you may find more money in picking up missions is doing delivery jobs for yourself. Certain systems are short on items while others are filled with them. You can use that to your advantage to sell for a hefty profit, says PM Triox. Oh, I know. I'm just trying to keep this as brainless as possible for the moment while I still get my space legs back. Lois, let's get the freaking crap out of here. Exactly, Dual Links. Let's. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Auto launch. Auto launching in progress. Oh, Carl wants me to look up the Mario and Sonic GIF. Can one of the mods link me to whatever he's talking about? It's them kissing. Okay, Lenny got me here. One sec. I'm just gonna throttle down and click on that link Lenny just sent me. Oh yeah, the Mario and Sonic kissing did the Take On Me music. Yeah, I've seen this. You guys all know what it is. Take on me. All right. Yeah, we don't need to watch that though. Let's throttle down. Let's throttle back up. Let's do a sharp turn at half throttle. And yeah, we just got mass locked. And they're gonna fine us for speeding, I bet. I think it's only speeding if a cop sees you do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? We're still mass locked. Let's speed. If we're gonna speed, let's really speed. Let's fully charge the engine. Then let's really speed. Alright. We're out of mass lock. Alright, here. Tomar giving IRL driving advice. Tomar loves pulling 95. Yeah. I don't think I've ever done 95 on the 405 because it's never been physically possible with the traffic present. Harold Krell. Also, I avoid the 405 like the plague. I only usually have to take it if I'm going to West LA, like Santa Monica or something. Ooh, there we go. This is a nice place to sit and grab free fuel. You know what? We have a schedule to keep. We need to get around this planet so we can reach our next destination. All right. We're now going 0.3, the 30% the speed of light, 50% the speed of light, 80% the speed of light. All right, we're quickly accelerating. We can jump to the Sharu sector. You know what? Should we jump to the frame shift? Hold on. Is there a nav beacon here? Yeah, let's just go over there. I could use another fun little bounty excursion. We don't need to hurry to our destination, right? Let's have some fun. It's only 20 light seconds away. Quick little stop back by the sun. Hello, Stinky Chalupa, my favorite mango farmer. I know you just called me that, but I just did it right back at you. Sire says, has Tomar worn his top hat the last 2 Tuesday streams? I wasn't there to see. Yes, I have. Tell Sire I have, that I totally wore my top hat the last 2 Tomart streams. Only during the Tomart segment, but that is the idea. Dictator Tomar at it again. That's a lie, Emma. Emma's lying. Emma said I didn't, but I did. Only 4 megameters away from the nav beacon. Is it called a megameter? Or does it just stand for million meters, which would be the same thing anyway? I assume it's called a megameter. There we go. We are at the nav beacon. Let's start scanning motherfuckers. Oh, this guy's elite. And clean. At least I don't look like a coward for refusing to fight an elite guy. Come on, you're clean too, huh? Everybody's a goody two-shoes all of a sudden. I want my bloodlust sated. Ooh, this guy's wanted. He's also an expert in a keelback, but I'm not gonna be too picky. Approaching. No! He jumped as soon as we got a lock. Alright. Someone here wants to tangle. Come on now. Oh, whoops. Let's have a look at this crate Mark II. He's dangerous. And he's clean. There's a vulture. I keep accidentally going for the wrong target. This vulture's probably about to jump too. Alliance Enforcer, he's gonna be clean. Yeah, these guys are enforcers. Here's a Cobra. Also an enforcer. There's a whole freaking army out here. Are you hunting down space babes? No, Stinky Chalupa. I'm looking for people with bounties on their heads. But all I'm finding is authority figures. Alliance Enforcer, Alliance Enforcer. Everybody here's a freaking Alliance Enforcer. Literally. Alright. This is turning out to be a bust. Let's just, let's unlock. And we'll head to our next destination. Hopefully Tyler isn't on our tail still. Yeah, no, if an interfaction battle broke out, I would absolutely jump in on it. Can I take on Jeff, asks the Atomic Orc? I really don't know. He definitely is taller and heavier than me. I don't know if he's ever how much fighting experience he has, or training, or whatever things might give someone an edge in a fight against me. Listen, it's easy for me to be confident in my combat ability when all I ever used to do was like spar and grapple, and I remembered being the tough high school kid. Who knows? I'd probably get my ass kicked by most people, but I'd sure put up a fight, and I'd know how to. I'm infamous for my effective fireman's carry. One of my favorite takedowns. I did not admit Killer Keemstar would choke me out. Keemstar would not choke me out. I am an excellent grappler. Keemstar would not choke me out. He might be able to get me he might give me a bloody nose, but he would not choke me out. Let me be absolutely clear. I have very good instincts with ground fighting. And I do have experience in that, like, you know, real competitive experience doing grappling. But I'm more into boxing these days. It's more fun, more athletic, less, I don't know. I like that I can just train at boxing on a heavy bag anytime I want. Training grappling requires a human opponent. And again, I'm not talking as someone who's trying to claim to be an expert on fighting. Just someone who used to be really into martial arts and stuff. That's all. I'm just spacing out here, though.
Frame shift drive charged.
Let's frame shift the hell out of this place. Let's go to the Sharu sector. Try our luck there. Keemstar might have a 6-bit air combo, but Tomar never jumps. That's true, I never jump. Or 6-hit air combo. Tomar, are you the master of jiu-jitsu? I did study Brazilian jiu-jitsu for several years, and I'm not bad at it. Could I take on someone who's actually a master of Brazilian jiu-jitsu? Absolutely not. I would get my ass kicked. But I'd like to think the average Joe would have a pretty tough time with me.
System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, I don't want to scoop no more fuel, man. Yeah, let's just keep it at that, actually. Should we go toward this unidentified signal source? That could be fun, right? Align with target. What's a little space trucking without some space exploration to go with it? Degraded emissions. Threat 0. Threat 0 must just mean there's no threat at all, huh? Yeah, not worth it. Let's just be on our way. Wait. I'm confused. This is where I'm supposed to go next, right? Yeah, Sharyu sector. Am I tripping? Would I box Sam Hyde? Hell no. I mean, like, he's really into boxing. I would feel like I would need a fair amount of training before I'd be willing to box Sam Hyde. And I really do think Sam Hyde is like I don't know that I don't know that much about him, but I know that he's bigger than me. He's got more experience at boxing than me. and he's got that fighting spirit. I just know it. I know he'd come out trying to kill me. Yeah, but why can't I jump? Like, I get that I'm already in frame shift, but am I tripping here? I gotta manually... Shut up. I don't have to manually fly there. Do I really have to drop out? I didn't think I had to drop out of frame shift.
Frame shift
There we
drive
go.
charging.
It was just being weird. I think I might have had the wrong thing targeted or something. I don't know. Would I do the 2 weeks of boxing training with Sam Hyde like Epic Mealtime Harley? I mean, I think it'd just be fun to hang out with Sam Hyde for a couple weeks. I'm like more curious about him now after seeing the iDubbbz video. I feel like we might get along. I don't know. Like, he really does have like wild man energy, but he also doesn't seem like a bad guy to me. He seems like a guy that really appreciates comedy, and he's a bit nutty, but I almost respect his nuttiness. I do respect his nuttiness. I do.
System scan.
I do not think he's an evil man. I don't think he's like a neo-Nazi. I think he likes to push people's boundaries and hardcore fuck with people. But I don't think he's truly evil. Yeah, I'm with you there, Fluffy Dream. I do think it's all for comedy, and I think he just does have a very like warped, very open sense of humor, but I do not think he means harm to anybody other than maybe the people who like meant harm to him first. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's my read. I don't know the guy, but that's my take on it.
Frame shift drive charging.
This is an interesting intro to Sam Hyde lore for me, says Snack and Acky Wacky. Yeah, no, like, look into Sam Hyde. Look into, like, his comedy. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm just throwing off a heat sink. That got nasty. We passed right through the sun's, like, corona or whatever. I did not want to melt. Oh, throttle up. That was my mistake. I was sitting there just baking. There we go. Blowing Kunks is more of a Samuel Jekyll guy. Har har. Tomar, those fighting words about Sam Hyde. When did I say fighting words about Sam Hyde?
Fuel scooping.
I've got no beef with Sam Hyde. I thought I made that abundantly clear just now. Let's see. Safari Orbital. Let's super cruise the hell out of here. Oh, we can't get a line of sight through this planet now, can we? There's Safari Orbital on the other side of the star. Alright, we've picked up a fair amount of speed. Now we can align and let the computer do the work.
The machines can do the work.
Tomar, do you think you could take Ariana Grande in a battle of fisticuffs? I wouldn't fight Ariana Grande. I really... Is it sexist to say that I wouldn't want to box a woman? I wouldn't want to box a woman. No, I would not box Ariana Grande. What if she called you fat? Would you fight her then? No. I'd probably say something mean back to her, but I wouldn't want to physically bite her. No, I would not box AOC either for the same reason. Could Jaxie defeat Ariana Grande in a boxing match? I don't know. I really have no idea. But Jaxie would definitely have the reach advantage, and if I trained her, I think she'd have a good shot. And I'm not saying I'm a great trainer, but I think I could teach her what she needed to know. Yeah, remember Jaxie's 6'2" and fairly lean when she doesn't have a big baby in her. I think she'd do pretty well. What if she spit on your baby's donut? Again, that's just a dick move. That doesn't constitute me performing a violent act against her. Wendy's 4for4 says, Tomar, can you explain your signature move, the far right hook? No, that is not my signature move. But I do have a pretty good right hook. If Ariana Grande was going to attack Jaxie, would you tackle her to protect your loved ones? I mean, I would put my body in the way, yes. I don't know if tackling would be necessary. If the situation really called for it, yes, perhaps I would. But that's not the same as fighting. That's a tackle. It's just meant to shut down their mobility for the time being. Burst Agent X, by the way, thank you for the gifted sub. I don't think I thanked you. And HP Live Laugh Lovecraft, thank you for subscribing as well. That's a fun name. Could Noodle take Garfield in a fight? Oh, I think so. Garfield's lazy. Noodle's like full aggro. Noodle has like 10 times the testosterone Garfield has. I think he'd really he'd make Garfield have to drink his lasagna through a straw, if you know what I'm saying. I would absolutely. Oh, here. Let's allow auto docking to engage. Tomar, if AOC smacked the chocolate milk Jaxie made for you out of your hand, would you smack AOC or would you rather go full box her up mode? Why is AOC being so mean to Jaxie? What is this over? Or why is she being so mean to me and Jaxie, I guess? Again, if she not, that's not an attack. That's being an awful person if she really did that. And I'd have some choice words for old AOC, but no, I would not strike her. How did AOC get into my house?
Engines disengaged.
She just hates Jewish people. Well, no comment. It's AOC and Ariana Grande cut a promo video. Oh, I guess you mean if. Ozma says, if AOC and Ariana Grande cut a promo video challenging you and Jaxie to an all-out hardcore cage match, would you accept? No. That's not... I don't think that's fair. Like, for them. We would demolish them, I'm certain. But no, I wouldn't accept. And why? Where's this grudge coming from AOC and Ariana Grande? What if AOC smacked Noodle? Oh. That would really upset me. Then I might, oh shit. If I saw someone, even a woman, abusing an animal, it's like, even if they hit Jaxie, like, I would be upset, but you're saying, like, would I tackle them to stop them? Yes. So it's like, yeah, if they hit her, it's like, the point is an animal in most cases has no means to fight back. Yeah, I would do, I'd probably I might go ape there. I might lose myself if someone attacked an animal in front of me. Why you guys wanna bring this out of me though? What's your end game here, folks? Why do you want me to hurt someone?
Incoming message.
Oh? Incoming message, you say? What might that be about? Oh, our Wolf 406 Transport and Company is now has a cordial relationship with us. See, Cardi B slaps the books out of your hand. Do you stuff her into a locker? Usually the person who slaps the book out of someone's hands is the person who's more likely to stuff someone in a locker. No, I just don't even I just act like it didn't happen. I know how to deal with bullies like that. If you don't give them an inch. You act like nothing happened. You don't give them a rise, and you make them feel like their action had no response. I really do think that's the best way to handle a bully. Is not even give them the satisfaction of a reaction. Did I ever tell you guys years ago? I feel like I can tell the story now. It's not that big of a deal. But back when we had the GTA server up, when we were doing like the GTA roleplay server for Oni Plays, there was some, I don't even know who it was, and I'm glad I don't remember because it just goes to further serve my point. It was some bitchy member of the server who was acting a fool and got a ban. And I don't even remember what the ban was for or anything like that. But they said they basically threatened via some person they still knew that was on the server. They threatened they would dox the server, or sorry, not dox the server. They would DDoS the server if we didn't reinstate their account. And as you know, as I would, I ignored them. I ignored the threat. And a day or two later, we did get DDoS for about 2 to 3 hours. We were just down. And all I did was say, sorry, everyone, having a little maintenance. I decided to take the server down. I made no big deal. I didn't tell anybody what happened. I just said, oh, we're just doing some server maintenance. So 3 hours go by. I'm sure he spent a good few $100s. This guy wasn't a hacker. This guy definitely spent a few $100s to get some like hacker group to like hit us with their botnet for a few hours. And they got no reaction out of me. I was very satisfied with it. Oh, we're just down for maintenance. And then what do you know? The DDoS lens and I'm just like, oh, we're back up now. No one was ever the wiser. And I felt very proud of how I handled that. And that's how I would always handle a situation like that. Because I'm like, ha, you just wasted a bunch of money trying to piss me off, and you didn't even get the satisfaction of like an acknowledgement of like a damn hackers, nothing like that. And that's how I would always handle a situation like that. People like that, they're looking to like watch things burn and explode, and they have this fantasy that people are gonna be like, I'm sorry, I crossed you. So it's like, you don't want to give them that. Yeah, I have no idea what it costs to hire someone to DDoS a server. Again, it was probably like a few $100 an hour, if I'm guessing. Because, like, you know, those resources, those illegally gained resources, could be definitely put to better profit, you know, like crypto mining or something like that. So, I mean, I don't know. That's just a little story, a little Tomar story for you about the 5M DDoSer who has never been acknowledged until this very moment and will never be acknowledged again. But yeah, I guess the wolf people like us. Good for them. And by wolf people, I mean the people at this station, not furries. The furries like us too, though. I see. I hear tell. They really liked when we played Backpack Dungeon. Whoa, Tomar, you're illegally mining resources? No, I'm not. I'm talking about groups that would do paid DDoS attacks. Tomar, you should have filmed a Chris Chan style rant of you stomping in your room and threatening the guy who DDoSed you. Yeah, see, people like Chris Chan do the exact opposite of how you're supposed to handle trolling. I mean, not that that's, not that Chris Chan is the most sound of mind person to ever exist. Certainly would think otherwise, but well, you guys know what I'm saying. Moral of the story, don't mess with the Tomar or you get the Hornmar. Thank you for that, Grand Kahuna. I'm a furry. What's your fursona? I never said I had a fursona, Liquid Brain. Keep up. I am a friend to the furries. I'm not a furry myself. I'm a friend to most, I'd like to think. I don't discriminate against anyone who behaves in a normal, mature manner. And by mature, I just mean, like, not being deliberately, like, hurtful or power grabby or just mean for the sake of being mean. Tomar is a bear sona, says Burst Agent X. Sure, whatever you want to imagine. Tomar is, yeah, I'm a starfish. Haven't you heard of Mar the Star? Tomar is teaching his viewers how to be a Giga Chad. Exactly, Weeping Blade. Follow my lead. Just follow your nose to the flavor of fruit. Should we do one more little mission here? I think we should. Let's go to our mission board. You know what? No, let's do some bounty hunting. Let's do some bounty hunting for Jabba Hutt to finance our debt. Should we go to the nav beacon or one of these resource extraction sites? Wow, yeah, the research extraction sites are really far away, so I'm just going to go to the nav beacon and take my chances. Well, first, let's... Actually, is this starport... Nah, they don't really sell anything here, huh? Alright, then yeah. Let's get off of here and go to the nav beacon and see if we can't catch ourselves some bounties. What's Super Auto Pets? Tomar, when are you going to play Super Auto Pets? I promised my class you'd play, and I'm starting to suspect they don't think I'm cool. Are you a teacher, Wendy's 444? Is that what you're saying? Also, what is Super Auto Pets? Is that the... I feel like... Was that what Derma was playing the other day when we raided him? Wendy's is a teacher, they say. I never said I'm playing Super Auto Pets. I asked a question. I have no idea what Super Auto Pets is. Alright, let's go to that damn nav beacon. No, that wasn't it. Lock and Super Cruise. Oh, we're mass locked. Let's get unmass locked. Oh no, we're speeding again. Alright, we're no longer mass locked.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't understand. Why won't my assist...
3, 2,
Wait, no!
engage.
Hold on. There we go. I don't know why it doesn't automatically turn on the Super Cruise assist. I don't know why I freaked out there either. Ozma says, I swear to God, chat, Tomar keeps trying to read my question, and you guys keep flapping your gums. Wait, which question? What was the question? You probably missed my cool question again. If Katy Perry had Jaxie pinned and the referee just made the 2 count, would you jump from the turnbuckle and drop kick Katy Perry in the mouth to save your pregnant wife from losing her title of pregnant weight world champion. I mean, no, that's cheating. That's just unsportsmanlike. Although I guess, is it unsportsmanlike in pro wrestling? It's kind of just par for the course, isn't it? Is it just heels that get to do that? Or the good guys sometimes do that sort of thing too, when they feel like morally justified. I'd like to know this as a guy who's not super familiar with wrestling. What's the opposite of a heel? I say good guy because, again, I'm not an experienced wrestling fan. They're just called faces? Okay, so the faces ever do stuff like interrupt a 2 count? Or is that just a heel thing to do? That's my question. It's in a tag team match, it's legal, right? But if it's not, or is it legal in a tag team match? It probably isn't. Yeah, there's the old foot on the rope where they like drag them in and stuff. I feel like I've seen stuff like that before, so that the ref has to break the count. Interrupt a 2 count. A 2 count. Not a toucan 3-time tiger. Just follow your nose, though. Alright. Let's scan this guy, whatever the hell he is. A novice asp explorer, and he is... Oh, he's clean. Why do you have to be clean? A crate phantom sounds too scary to fight. Rascal. He's clean, too. We got a Viper over here. That's just an enforcer. A Diamondback Explorer. So to answer your question about Katy Perry, I'd hate to do anything unsportsmanlike. I really would. But maybe that's a naive thing to say, because again, I'm not super familiar with wrestling protocol. That's why I'm asking all these seemingly ignorant questions. The first time I actually sat down and watched an entire wrestling event was when we had Sheena over here from like Albino Moose Games. Sheena stayed over here for a bit, and we watched some... I don't remember what the event was. We watched an event together, and it was pretty fun, but it had this really lackluster ending where they were supposed to do these pyrotechnics where like a bomb goes off and a dude like jumps over another dude to like save his life, but like the pyros were super like off timing, so they all went off separately, and it was really weird. Does anybody know? It's, yeah, the AEW Revolution. Yeah, there we go. I think that was it, the Blake Bean. It had that really lame end, but yeah, that's the only wrestling like event I've ever watched all the way through. And no frame shift drive. Why can't I target that guy? I can physically see his ship. Why can't I not target it? That's just irritating. This crate phantom thing, I have a feeling that just sounds terrifying. Even if he's won it, I don't think I want to... Okay, well, he's clean. We gotta find ourselves a heel, so to speak. Something to eviscerate. The Dudley boys were piggybacking each other. Again, look at that ship ahead of us. I can clearly see it with my naked eye, and yet my targeting is not picking him up at all. There we go. And he's clean. Damn it. You guys, I've never wanted to see the word wanted More than I do right now. That's an energy wake. That's a guy I already scanned. I'll go back toward the nav beacon. There's a sidewinder around here somewhere. Where is he? Dangerous Cornelius Smythe. Ooh, he's wanted. Let's try taking on Dangerous Cornelius Smythe. He's in weapons range. Hard points out. Alright. Now let's try actually targeting Cornelius. Oh, my weapons have no charge on them. He's out of range again. Alright, Cornelius. We're in 3 kilometers. Look at his poor aim on that beam laser. Thank you, sire, for the 1,000 bits. We gotta take out those shields. We lost him. Wait, who's this dude? Oh, that's him. How'd we lose the lock? Launching missiles. Damn straight. Oh crap, I accidentally shot on the police. That might be bad. There we go. We got him. I hope I'm not in trouble. Oh, I'm in a lot of trouble. I accidentally hit that officer. We are under attack. We are under attack. Engines and systems. We need to get our shields back online. Oh god, put our hard points away. Let's jump! Let's jump! We gotta get out of here!
3, 2, 1, engage.
Oh. That could have ended badly. I really didn't. I kept accidentally hitting the target button. I accidentally fired on some cops. Oh my god. Did we pick up a bounty from that? We must have. Everyone's saying I'm lucky. Yeah, I mean, our hull is at half health. Should we go to Sondamacy? No, that's pretty far. We could go to Safari Orbital. Go to Cardinal Plaza. We go to Trin Terminal. Let's go to Trin Terminal. We need some repairs. I hope we don't get interdicted by whoever we just shot. Or whoever was just trying to murder me. Tomar accidentally shot a police officer. Okay, so, sire. First of all, okay, Golden Pen. Oh, I'm behind on a few things. Burst Agent X, thank you for the gifted sub. To Kig P. Golden Pen HD, thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar, he's only wanted for jaywalking. No, when you're wanted in this game, it's just a license to kill. Sire, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Tomar bans Snot. They're bad, bad, bad. Snot, what did you do that someone's giving me 1,000 bits? Tomar loves to drive around Burbank in LA to shoot at the local BPD and LAPD. Shake my head. Snot, what did you do? Why are people saying this? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Sire, are you just starting drama? Snot talk bad about a wrestling match. Oh, I just upset somebody who's a... Okay. This sounds like an internal squabble. I don't think this is under my jurisdiction. Snot said something bad about a wrestler you guys don't like. Is that what happened? I guess so. That's what Dylan's saying. It's Dylan and Weeping Blade. I didn't do a thing against speak out about wrestling. What does that even mean, Snot? I'll DDT you through a table, sire. Come on now. You can't threaten physical violence. That's mod abuse, Snot. All right. Let's break up the wrestling fight. I know it's a very violent sport and it gets people heated.
This is an Alliance station. Please comply with STARCOM regulations at all times.
All right. We got to go in anonymously.
Head directly to docking bay 208.
But it's a cheap bounty to pay off, and we more than made the money back in the bounty we picked up. Only Tomar is allowed to threaten viewers with grievous bodily injury, says Kig P. Sire says, I'll Canadian destroyer off the apron onto the concrete floor. Ouch. I guess that's not really a threat to anyone but yourself. Hey, why are you guys scanning me? Don't forget your limpets. Oh, you know I did. Silent running, no auto dock for max safety and minimum hold. Oh no! Oh god, we should have silent running and freaking Alliance is... Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're mass locked. We're sitting ducks. Oh my god. Come on. We can still get out of here. Man, the Alliance are such bitches. Oh my god. All this over like a 300 credit bounty. I'll pay off the damn bounty. Alright, yeah, that was a huge mistake. That was a huge mistake. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not even Alliance affiliated. Let's get out of this system. Freaking Trin Terminal. Here, Cardinal Plaza is faction owned. Let's go to Cardinal Plaza. Hopefully they won't be such big bitches. Oh my god. I really hope Cardinal Plaza. Yeah, I'm with the Federation too. I'm not with the Alliance. I just happen to be in Alliance space at the moment because I was going after that engineer. What's his name? This guy. Good old Todd McQuinn. See, I might have 100,000 credits worth of bounty vouchers now. Can I check that? Would that be under transactions? I don't know. It looks like I just have 69,000 worth of bounty. I think that's what that means. Approaching Cardinal Plaza now. Todd with the bod. Tomar, what's your PC specs? Asked Blue Carrot.
Subscription gifted.
It's a little mix. Oh, 3-time Tiger says, "You're a little perp and you got spotted." That was really 7 minutes ago? Anyway, Congress of Crows, thank you for the gifted sub to Hailey and Hime. which I'm not mistaken. Does Hime mean... Hime means, princess? Or does it mean priestess? I think it means princess. As in the Princess Zelda. I feel like I've gone over this before. I'm being silly. It does mean princess. Okay. So that's straight up a Zelda reference. Alright, so what I need to do now... Wait, what the hell? Why isn't Cardinal Plaza showing up on my contracts? It just says civilian installation. Do you not have to request docking permission for these? Am I mistaken? Is something really bad gonna happen? This seems like a really bad idea. Let's just take it easy. Here's the civilian installation. That's not shielded, is it? Okay, it's not. What is this civilian Are there even landing pads here? Well, this clearly isn't a dockable station. Oh boy. We are like 0 for 2. Do you guys think Safari Orbital would be any better? It's a neutral outpost. Are these guys gonna count as Federation? Fine, I'll jump out of the system. What do we got? Let's just go someplace adjacent. Let's go to Homeche or whatever this place is. Alright, well, we're mass locked right now, but in just a moment we won't be. Alright. We clear of the yep, we're clear. I don't think it counts as speeding out here. This place seems pretty lawless. It's like a mercenary hangout or something. I don't know. System map should state if stations are dockable, yes. I don't know. I don't know how to check on that sort of thing. That's one of the first times I've showed up at something that sounded like a station and I couldn't go there. Alright. Let's see if this system even has... Wow, that's far away. Oh god, we're driving into the sun. Let's try bearing... Drexler Colony is quite a bit closer. But it is dockable. It's dockable with trade and all that. Yeah, let's try Drexler Colony. Alright, we got Super Cruise Assist on. Drexler is a funny name. Drexler makes me think of Drexel. The college in the Philadelphia area where a lot of my cousins went. Seems unfair to Jaxie that Tomar had her consciousness ripped out installed in his ship's computer. Oh, she likes it in there, three-time tiger. You're overthinking this. Wouldn't you want to live on immortally as the brain of a giant metal spaceship? I sure would. Yeah, exactly. The fact that it says it has appropriate landing pads tells me that it's dockable. When we went to the other thing, I was still in a bit of a panic mode, you must understand. I didn't even look to see if there were landing pads. Drexel reminds me of Drix, the Pillman, voiced by Fraser's brother in Osmosis Jones. Oh, David Hyde Pierce, you mean? Niles. Drexel is also the hilarious best friend of Nick Riccietta. I don't know what that is a reference to, El Gusto. Is that a real person? Tomar, I'm going to be sculpting all of the Oni Plays crew, says Shredderman23, and was curious how I'd be able to get them to you guys. I mean, if you really want to send something over, there's always the Tomar P.O. box. I can't make any promises that you'll get a response from anyone else, but I will definitely check them out if that's what you want, and I can at least try to pass them on to the other guys. But yeah, we have the P.O. box, Shredder Man. It's listed on TomarStream.com, and it's listed in my About section on the Twitch page. The Tomar box. And yeah, I don't think Oni Plays or Chris has their own P.O. box. Hey Tomar, if you really, really, really liked Morbius, would you rename this channel Tomar Morbius? Toma Morbius? As Zerzik2127? I don't know. Should I see Morbius? Should I go see that film? Tomar has to respond to anything sent to the P.O. box as part of his parole, says Kig P. Don't what? Don't see Morbius. It seemed like the general sentiment toward Morbius is not super positive. I really hope the Drexler people are more courteous to me than those last guys.
Stockholm conflict established. Reduce your speed as you approach the station, Commander.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to go in anonymously again. Hold on. Should we auto dock, or is this a mistake? This is probably a huge mistake, and I will die for it. I should have done silent running and just snuck in. Yeah, Kigp is yelling at me and saying, don't auto dock. Please don't scan me. Please don't scam me. Please don't scam me. Please don't scan me. Please don't scam me. Please don't scam me. No, 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 no. I'm already in. I'm already in. Shut up. I think we made it. I think we made it. They started scanning too late. Oh. We made it. Let's pay off that stupid tiny bounty that's ruining my day.
Landing successful. Clear to offload. Welcome to our starport, Commander.
Hand yourself in. What do you mean hand myself in? It's 600 credits, right? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm playing the legal costs. Wait a minute. Are they impounding my... Our attorneys can pay. I don't understand. I just need to pay you guys 600 credits, right? Look, as long as they're not impounding my ship. I guess I had to go to the Citadel of Justice. I've never had to actually serve time before. This is all just because I shot a cop. It's not like I hurt him. He was fine. He was firing back. He was on the verge of murdering me when I got away. I feel like that's punishment enough. It was just an accident. We could have talked it out, but he started shooting back. Alright. There's the Citadel of... What can you do at the Citadel of Justice? I guess it's just contacts. Yeah, we don't have any local combat bonds. Wait, did they take all my bounty vouchers? Don't tell me they took all my bounty vouchers. Oh no, they didn't. We still have our bounty claim. It's just because this is an independent station. Yeah, no local bounty vouchers. Exactly. Alright, well that's cool. They took your flavored vape sticks too. Alright, let's get out of this stupid Citadel of Justice. All that over a 600 credit fine. I don't have all the DLC, Blue Carrot. I just have Horizons. I feel like they released another major one recently that I don't have. Stop being like, oh, it's for shooting a cop. I shot the outside of a cop's shields. I didn't shoot a cop. I made a cop uncomfortable for a moment. And then he tried to murder me. I shoot cops all the time. Get over it. All right. That's kind of funny. All right, the court won't see it that way. The point is I've served my time. That's literally all that's in this system. Oh no, wait. It's not literally that's all that's in the system. But I do want to get the hell out of here. Let's say I wanted to get back to my engineer friend. We don't have to get to him right away. But it couldn't hurt to chart out a course back to Wolf 397. How many jumps is that from this Citadel of Justice? He said with a sneer. With a facetious sneer. I need to go somewhere I can get my damn thing repaired. 14 jumps! So, alright, well, whatever. Somewhere on the way there, I'm sure. Oh, whoops. I just wasted a heat sink. Pardon me. Tomar shot a cop car once, and he used that defense in court. Tomar, your bulletproof's best stop the bullet moto. Look, it's a shield. It could be considered a warning shot in this context. Alright, Wolf 1443, here we come. Ooh, a red dwarf. That's completely blocking my view of my target. We're not gonna... I hate that you can't just forcefully drop into... Well, the situation being what it is, I've got to target something else to drop into Tomar so being a baby. Look, I'm just a little annoyed. That's all. I'm gonna lock destination for a sec on a system that isn't on the other side of a red dwarf star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now I can go into frame shift and put on my big boy pants. I'm upset I had to serve time for shooting a cop. It was an accident. You guys all saw it was an accident. In reality, I was helping that cop catch a criminal. Tomar, would you stream Outer Wilds? I can never remember which one's Outer Wilds is the one where you're in space, right? I used to confuse Outer Wilds with Outer Worlds. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't where I wanted to be. Yeah, I didn't actually want to jump here. I forgot. I just wanted to... Oh well. We gotta go all the way back over here now. Go all the way there. Go to Todd. I want to make my way to old Todd. That's my actual destination here. We don't have to get to him tonight. But that's the way I want to go. Alright. It's probably just going to take us back to the system we just jumped out of. Oh, maybe not. I don't know if Daraki was the name of the system with the Hall of Justice or not, but we're about to find out. Now Tomar's trying to gaslight into thinking we didn't just witness him intentionally shoot that cop. You guys will never... In Wilds, you play as a space frog, flinging themselves into space in a shuttle held together with duct tape. Yeah, no, that one was really cool. It made me think of... It was like Majora's Mask as a space simulator, where you're stuck in the cool time loop. I hope that's not a spoiler to say. But yeah, I played the majority of that game already. I don't think I ever finished it. I think Jaxie wound up finishing it without me, because we were kind of playing it together. We'd like take turns playing. Let's scoop some free fuel. My favorite kind of fuel in Elite Dangerous is the free kind. Alright. Here we go. Let's go someplace hip. You know what? I'm not even going to check if the Daraki system is where we just came from. I'm just going to do the next jump and be happy to be back on course. I was going to say, yeah, I probably wouldn't play Outer Wilds on stream. It's a cool game for, like, discovery when you play it for the first time, but I don't know that I'd get too much out of replaying it. It's a good one and done kind of game, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And that's, I don't consider that an insult. I think it's a very cool game. But yeah, I probably won't stream it. Hey Tomar, what happened to that horror game you were making? Oh, I'm not making it anymore. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll get revived, but no, that's not currently in progress. I got a friend request from Commander Snap Sonand. Is that someone from the stream here? It's gotta be. It's wild how much Tomar hates justice. I don't hate justice. I hate the injustice of this universe's justice system. 600 credits. That's all I owed. They could have just taken it from me, but they're like, no, we want the 600 credits. And we want to haul you off to our little prison planet. I'm glad to see you streaming. Nobody was hurt at the end of the day. Mias BM, I'm glad to see you streaming. Loved watching your stuff on Newgrounds growing up. Thank you, first time chatter, Mias BM. Is that how I say that? My ass, like, I'm yeah. I'm doing my best to pronounce it. Toma killing cops isn't a big deal, Moto. That's not... You guys are putting words in my mouth. You guys are putting words in my mouth. Oh, Mia Super Smash Brothers. Oh. Okay. Super Smash Brothers Melee, I guess, specifically, huh? Okay, Mia SSBM. Why, they're way cool. I'm glad you found your way here. Yeah, my ass BM was what I was thinking too, Snot. I'm sorry. My mind went to the dirty place. To the immature place. My ass baby mama. Do you listen to Breakbot, Tommy? Not specifically, but I feel like I've heard their songs before, and I don't mind, you know, and I have nothing against it. You'd have to even refresh my memory of like an actual Breakbot song, though. Karma, karma, karma. There's a little bit of karma going around, I hear. You know what I call that? You know what I call that, sire? A pain in my ass. That's some good trucking if I ever seen it. Thank you, Extra Thick. First time chatter, Extra Thick. Stinky Chalupa, name a Breakbot song that I should listen to. Tomar, throw it back. Throw what back? Glowing Conks. It would suck to be stuck in space with no fuel. Yeah, it would be. But we're doing just fine on fuel. Still looking for a station I can...
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Yeah, we can sit here and fuel scoop for a minute. Yeah, oh no, this is another pretty uninhabited system. I guess we'll head off to the next wolf after we finish our fuel scooping here. Oh, I've been missing some stuff. So first off, Vubbers, thank you for the $3 tip 20 minutes ago. Bonjour, Tomar. I just wanted to say hi. And what do you think of that new Rescue Rangers movie that's going to come out? You think Gadget will be as attractive as she used to be asking for a friend? I mean, I feel like they don't really have enough of like Gadget and Monterey Jack in the trailer. It's way too focused on like the celebrity voice Rescue Rangers who I really don't. I'm very skeptical. I don't think I will like the movie. I have my own reasons, but it's like they're going like all these like celebs, like it's like Andy Samberg and I always forget the other guy. Every time. I forgot him last time this came up too. It's like the characters are in the movie at least at some point, but I don't think they're going to be that important. I don't know. It's not Post Malone. But anyway, it's Andy Samberg and the other guy, and it's like the whole joke is like, oh, we have all these different animation styles. It's like, it's a lot of cool ideas, but I don't trust Disney to like do it well. I just don't. I know maybe that's just me being shitty. John Mulaney. John Mulaney is the other Rescue Ranger. I think John Mulaney's Chip and Andy Samberg's Dale, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like some people in the animation community had some cool ideas, and yeah, exactly. It feels like there's probably been a lot of meddling, Reuniclus. I agree. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Yo, it's Caitlin saying it's the other way around. You're probably right. But the point is like, I loved Rescue Rangers, and I love the idea that they're making a Rescue Rangers movie I would have never seen coming. But I don't think it's the Rescue Rangers movie I would have wanted. It feels like very, I don't know. I already feel like it's not for fans of Rescue Rangers, which doesn't make sense, but it's how Hollywood's kind of always worked. It's why the Sonic movie, why Sonic 2 spent half the movie not focused on Sonic characters and at some freaking wedding. And I know I've seen a lot of people, apparently this might not even be in a popular opinion, that should have been completely cut out of the movie. But don't say spoilers, sire. The movie's been out long enough. It just, when I see Sonic 2, I want to see Sonic, and I want to see Tails, and I want to see Knuckles, and I want to see Dr. Robotnik. And everything else is tacked on extra crap. You know, I just want my Sega stuff. And I'm not super. Oh, Sonny has rated us. Hello there, Sonny and company. Okay, Vubbers. So yeah, Vubbers, that's my answer to you there with my little Rescue Rangers rant. I'm very worried it's going to be another Sonic 2, is what I guess I'm trying to say. Also, Vubbers, thank you for the other $2 tip. Oh, you said the same thing. I'm sorry that you had to tip $5 whole just to get me. Well, at least you got a nice long rant. And do you think you'll be crushing on Gadget again? I doubt it. That was an honest thing about my childhood. I don't know that I'd be crushing on Gadget again. Oh, Sonny's driving out of control. He's peepo driving. Sire, thank you for the 100 bits. Tomar back dat thang up de gang. Okay, yeah. We can get out of here, by the way. We've been full on fuel for a while. Wow. Let's get out of here, you guys. We're charging the frame shift drive. All right. Sire, also thank you for the gifted sub to Mia SSBM. And of course, Sonny. Sonny's dropped in with his raid. Thank you guys for stopping in. Oh God, we're burning up. I really need to pay attention. Yeah, we've got some great emotes. You can thank FKim for a lot of those. And the rest, and a lot of the Tomar face ones were done by Fabs. We just straight up, she let me, I got permission and just used art from some of her t-shirt drawings for Oni Plays. I don't know if you're familiar with Fabs. She's very talented too. But yeah, we have, the Gleps are all FKim, including the waving one. Yeah, FKim just showed off all the emotes that he personally designed. Oh, we're still fuel scooping. Okay. And Vubbers, thank you for the $1. No worries about the repeat because I love you. But last question, did you have something to do with the fall of Rome? I don't think so. I can't quite remember, but I feel like I wasn't quite alive yet. Not quite. Sire, thank you for the 100 bits. We definitely need a Courtney Marr emote. Are you still is that still a reference to the stupid Total Drama Island quiz that I took? Yeah, what's in here? Do we have a station in this here region? Oh, we do. Bentham Orbital. But it looks like, is this dockable? No. It's not. It's another one of those little mercenary arena type things. So we could either fly really far to Bentham Orbital. We have enough fuel. I just say we keep going on our merry way. Oh God. We're picking up too much heat. Blow the heat sinks. Here we go. To call that quiz stupid breaks my damn heart, says Sire. It was from BuzzFeed. It was a stupid quiz. I'm not gonna take that back. Making me Courtney. You know it's stupid. I'm no Courtney. You know deep down I'm no Courtney and they're just wrong. I chose the BuzzFeed one because I didn't, you know, it was the first one that showed up when we Googled it. We're heating up again. Come on, come on, move!
3, 2,
To Alfheim. That sounds like Alfheim is one of the like the realms of ancient Greek mythology, right? It's where all the elves come from. Tomar really acting like a Courtney right now.
fuel scoping.
I'll never live that down. Oh, this is maybe a little too hot. Alright, we're gonna sit here for a second and scoop up fuel. It is a long way to Pansion Enterprise. Should we stop at one of these stations or just keep going? Greek? Really, Tomar? Greek? Wait, what? What's Greek? Sire, I guess I didn't take the Total Drama Island quiz seriously enough. Alright, we're gonna keep on trucking. But we're gonna have to get around this star because it's obscuring our way to the next waypoint. Alfheim is Norse. Didn't I say Norse? Did I really say Greek? I didn't mean to say Greek, I meant Norse.
Fuel scope disengaged.
That was literally a misspeak. I get words mixed up in my head. I didn't mean to say Greek.
Drive charging.
I forget words all the time. That's why I always have to ask you guys. That's just part of my brain drain. I got the brain drain. I'm just a simple country boy. Don't know nothing about no Greek nor Norse mythology. I bet Zeus and Jupiter never even met one another.
Fuel scope disengaged.
There's the Stellar Performance Core. No. Even further, these things. Okay. We still got a fair amount of fuel. Let's just keep jumping. I'll tell you what, if someone makes a Courtney Marr emote, I will keep it in out of respect for you, sire. But I'm not going to get one commissioned. Someone has to make that out of the goodness of their heart. Tomar, if you were split in half and became two Tomars, would you share Jaxie or duel each other for the right to her love? I mean, I would fight. I would kill the other one. I couldn't share. With me, I get that it's like a very unprecedented situation to be at odds with yourself, but I don't like the idea of having to share with another me. I would rather do like a Highlander or like a Jet Li's the One situation. I'd like to believe that if I killed the duplicate Tomar, I would become twice as strong. I guess that's more of the One than Highlander, huh? Or is it? I've never seen Highlander, so I don't know the lore as well. I have seen Jet Li's the One, and I don't highly recommend it. If you're ever curious about Jet Li's the One, I would say just watch Everything Everywhere at Once, or whatever that new film is called. That's, to me, that was like a way better version of that story without giving too much away. Is that what the movie was called? Everything Everywhere at Once? I enjoyed it. I think it was a solid 7 out of 10. And again, I think that's high praise. 7 means I think it is good. Oh my god. It's completely on the other side of the star. Yeah, exactly, Giordano 111. A lot of the stuff being made right now is legitimately like below 4 and 5 out of 10. I also recently saw that Oma movie. That was really mediocre. The one with I forget the actress's name, but the lady from Grey's Anatomy. I thought it was a really generic horror movie. Sandra Oh, that's her name. Yeah, I thought that was like, that felt like a thing where like they were just making a bad movie and they just hired Sandra Oh to make it like so that they could get better distribution for it. Like no actress was gonna save that film. It was just really boring, especially for a horror movie.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's just keep jumping, I guess. Got plenty of fuel. Oh god, we're heating up again. Let's jump, let's jump!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Hopefully we'll cool down.
Taking heat damage.
We're gonna cool, we're fine, we're fine. Just a little bit of heat damage never hurt nobody. Wow, still no stations here. We're almost back though to Wolf 397. Let's go to Olker, which is right behind me.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see. Who is the most interesting person you've worked with as a VA? It's a hard question to answer, Kig P. It's very rare that I actually work alongside other voice actors. I haven't worked in any shows in forever that did ensemble recording. The last time I was in an ensemble recording, I think was legit like 2014, 2015. Well, that's not true. That's not true, actually. I don't know if it's... I'm not under NDA or anything. So I recorded for... Is anyone here familiar with Satina? The cartoon, the independent animation by Hannah Daigle?
Fuel scooping.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I guess you're right. Yes, Satina. Yeah.
Disengage.
So yeah, I won't give away, I guess, what my role is, because that maybe is like a bit of a spoiler. But I recently recorded for episode 2 of that. But oh yeah, we can just go ahead and jump to Wolf 397. So yeah, it's a human guy that has sex with like a lady devil, and they have a little devil, half devil daughter named Satina, or Satina. I can't remember the pronunciation. Anyway, I got to work with those guys. Crap, I feel bad. I can't remember their names, but they're really funny. Shit, they do like improv. Hold on. Like, you know, like the videos where it's like my first, like your first time playing an RPG kind of thing. What's the name of what the hell? What's the name of those It's like a small comedy troupe, and it's just named after a dude. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm doing a really bad job describing it. Yeah, Joel Haver. Joel Haver. That's exactly the guy. Thank you, Pigeon. And Blowing Conks. Yeah, I got to work with them on that. We did like an ensemble recording like live over Discord with like webcams on and stuff. And we were just kind of riffing off each other. And that was actually a really fun time. I'm really looking forward to seeing how all those recordings turned out. 'Cause yeah, that was my first time even like meeting them, and we're just like, okay, I guess I'm working with these guys now. They're all really funny. I was a little intimidated, but I think I kept up. I don't think I embarrassed myself too badly. Let's go out to the damn nav beacon. I want to kill one more criminal. Let's hope we don't shoot a cop this time, eh? Eh? Tomar voices the elusive Tony Lazzuto, says Blowing Conks. But yeah, that was a really fun experience. Obviously, it's great recording with like Zach and Chris, but that's the thing I do so often. And that wasn't and that's not technically voice acting. That's because I'm not acting. I mean, yeah, sure, we play up some stuff for bits, but I don't consider Oni Plays to be acting. That really is just us hanging out and having fun. I think that's why it works, because we actually have fun and we actually make each other laugh. It really wouldn't be worth it otherwise. Tomar's gonna hit a space cop by failing to move over and be instantly executed. Yeah, probably snacking. Also, Boog Raccoon, thank you for the $5 tip. Tomar, what's your opinion on the controversial topic of the Marianas Trench? Is that a controversial topic? I don't actually know what the Marianas Trench is. Does that make me very ignorant? Isn't that like the deepest part of the ocean? Or am I mistaken? Am I thinking of something else? Oh, it is the deepest part of the ocean. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew that, I guess. Why is that a controversial topic? Or are you just being facetious? Just scoping out ships, looking for wanted folks, you know. What's controversial about it? That's an enforcer. That's another enforcer. The last thing I need is to shoot another enforcer. Lindsay Simon, huh? She's clean. Mylapore. Also clean. Another enforcer. I guess we'll finish scanning them. Oh, Sire, thanks for the 100 bits. Tomar, thoughts on open season? And do you consider yourself a Boog or maybe an Elliot? I don't know what any of that means. Are you talking about the animated film Open Season? I never saw that. I literally never saw it. I have no opinion. I don't know who Boog and Elliot are. Tomar gives off huge Boog vibes. Who's Boog? Or is it pronounced Boog? Oh, crap. Someone just jumped. I thought that was a shot across my bow for a second. Here, let's bring the mic closer. Let's get a little... So it's Boog. Okay, it is Boog. Man, this stinks. I can't find any wanted men. Let's get closer to the nav beacon, I guess. See what happens. Oh, Helen Dingwell. Dingwall. Dinkelberg. Oh, there's the nav beacon. F. Kim did it, Tomar. Oh my God! F. Kim really did make a Courtney Mar. All right. When you get a chance, send over the PNG. I'll upload it, and you guys can have it for next week. My goodness, sire, this is all for you. I will find. Oh, a Drit. Oh, it's a federal gunship. What's this thing? The Taipan? What's a Taipan? He's wanted. Let's go for it. Sure, he's an expert, but it seems like he's in the middle of a firefight. All right, Tim Ramsey. Hard points out. Oh, target shields offline, eh? Let's get a missile lock. Oh God, our weapons had no charge on them. Damn it. Does he have countermeasures? Yeah, we've got assistance here. Let's get him. We got him with that last missile. Let's launch another one. I don't think we got credit for the bounty. HE dumbfire. Are those coming at me? Federal gunship. Oh God. Dylan Murray, huh? Oh, Dylan Murray. You're not getting away from me that easy. Dylan Murray's shields are almost recharged. Come on. Great. His shields are back up. We can take him out again. Yeah, we're wearing him down. Oh God. Yeah! We got him. All right, it was worth it. Huh. Precipitated alloys, huh? What else is over there? Chemical processors. Now let's try to get these. Cargo scoop deployed. Let's pick up some loot. And our shields are back up. Oh. We came in way too hot there. Let's turn back around and try that again. Alright, precipitated alloys. I don't like you and you don't like me. We're approaching at a good, careful rate. Adjusting, adjusting. We scooped it. Let's get some more stuff before it all disappears. Flawed focus crystal. Proto light alloys. Let's get those light alloys next. Damn it, there's a lot of stuff on targeting. Here we go. Approach at a nice... approach a little faster. And then when we get within about 200 meters, slow down a bit. Line her up. Scooped it up. All right. Let's see. I'm disappointed. There was supposed to be a big thunderstorm tonight, says Marshall. You're disappointed you didn't get a big thunderstorm? You can't believe what, Guro-chan? What's going on, you guys? Wait, Dylan's dead. Dylan's not dead. There's no way. Tomar is apathetic to killing his own viewers. Typical Tomar. What happened to Dylan? Dylan was simply a blip in the time stream of little importance to an entity like Tomar, says some random dork. What do you mean I killed Dylan? When did I kill Dylan? What are you guys talking about? He was flying that ship and you killed him? There's no way that's true. In your anger, you killed him? There's no way that's true, you guys. You're a coward. There's no way I just collected a bounty on Dylan. Was the guy's name actually Dylan? I suppose it was, wasn't it? Tomar, play in the arms of an angel. No, we're gonna get copyright struck. In the... I think I can get away with singing it for a second, though. In the arms... no, I don't think it can have the same effect if I sing it. Oh yeah, let's... Is there... Oh, that's just allied police. They probably don't even like me having a missile lock on them. You'd think that alone would piss them off.
No talent! Mediocre piece of shit!
Oh my goodness. 3-time tiger. Really doesn't like that I killed a man who clearly had a criminal record worthy of having a wanted dead or alive bounty. Okay, let's have a look at this eagle python. Where the hell is he? Okay.
Frameshift charge detected.
This guy's name is Mick Hellyeah.
Frameshift charge detected.
I feel like we have enough resources to go after another guy, but... Who's this cobra? This little cobra. A competent... Oh, he's clean. I want to pick up one more last bounty. But maybe it wasn't meant to be. There's no fights going on. The Pongington just left the building. Arlith Starfall. Oh, what did I see? Come on. I know what you did, Arlith. Alright. Where is that bastard? Yeah, not for long. Let's get him. There we go. That's satisfying. That was a little bit of an easy one. We got some cool filament composites, some phase alloys. I really don't know. I never know what the hell to do with this stuff. But it feels cool to get some nice loot after destroying a bountiful ship. Coming in 47 meters per second. Ah, we missed it. That's what I get for not trying to do a high-speed hook or scoop. Under 40. I'll go under 40. You're right, snacking. When you're right, you're right. Alright, let's line up. There we go. Let's grab some phase alloys while we're at it. Oh, we're coming in hot. Oh, that is a bad angle. All right. We picked it up. That's enough crap. Tomar, please don't kill Dylan Jr. Here. What do we got going on in this system? Let's go to trophy camp.
Cannot comply.
Let's take our hard points down and close our cargo scoop.
Cargo scoop retracted.
And then let's go to trophy camp.
Frameshift drive charging.
Is there mass interference? Where's trophy camp? There's trophy camp. Charging, charging. Immediately begins scanning for Dylan Jr. Did Dylan? Oh, Dylan's at least Dylan's still here in chat. Dylan, you know I never shoot you out of the sky. This is just a video game. Oh yeah. And Marshall Maximus said, "What if you showed up on the bounty list fully doxxed?" That would be terrifying, Marshall Maximus. You're saying if I just showed up on the bounty list and it had like my social and my... Oh crap, I forgot, this isn't assisted. Crapola. All right, trophy camp, here we come. We're coming in. We're making a planetary landing, my least favorite kind. Let's just see. Do they have modules that make planetary landing easier? I would love one of those. Come on, trophy camp. At least it's not dotted, so I think we're on the right side of the planet. Just keep my eyes on the prize. Here we go. Coming in hot. We gotta engage that planetary glide. Dropping from orbital cruise. Glide engaged. Yeah, that's it, baby. Getting up close and personal with Trophy Camp. Ooh, what an excellent glide. We came in within docking range.
Falcon, Lacey, Tango, Oscar, Mike. Flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request.
That was the hard part.
Docking permission.
Oh, we got a new one from Marshall Maximus. Thanks for the 95 bits. Tomar, what if AOC and Ariana Grande were shooting at you from a police ship while calling you names? Would you shoot back or follow your own advice and try to escape? I see your point, but this is no longer a physical altercation. This is a shooting battle. The gender of the person attacking me no longer matters when weapons are involved. Yeah, I would shoot back. I don't know why they're in a police ship. They're not the police. But if they're trying to kill me, I guess I would shoot back. And if I knew I didn't have a chance of winning, yeah, I guess I would try to escape. But no, I would stand my ground in that situation. I would try to fight back if I knew I stood a chance. What the hell is an AOC? Area of contempt, area of contemplation, arena of cretins, alarming orc crisis, aperture of calamity, attack on China, says Robo Prancer, an old crone says no micro for you, area of crap, says the atomic orc. Take your pick. AOC can be whatever you want it to be. Let's see if I can turn anything into this old engineer. Cool. We got him. Grade 1 access. I had, I guess, over 100K in bounties that we collected over that, which is what I always wanted. So I can apparently modify my cannon. We could give it Oh, but we need all these materials that we don't actually have. I do have conductive components, but I don't have any of these primary materials. I don't have sulfur, I don't have mechanical scrap, I don't have salvaged alloys, I don't have nickel. But that's cool to know that we could do this. Now I just have to find ways to source those resources. Wow, we still have 344,000 in excess bounty. We should go back to Wolf 406. If we get out of here and find an authority contact, I don't imagine there's an authority contact here. Dude, wait, you murdered your own son to appease Todd the Blaster McQuinn, says Kickfeet. I didn't murder my own son. That was a wanted guy who maybe his name was coincidentally Dylan. Here, yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at our session log. Wait, it just says combat at Wolf 397. It doesn't give any added context. Oh well, yeah, I'll never know the name of that guy I killed. Sire, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh shit, Tomar, AOC is streaming Among Us right now, and she's calling you out right now. I mean, I guess it's finally about time we settled our differences, whatever those may be. All right. Yeah, what other... Yeah, there's... Oh, there are some contacts here. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take the money. Thank you very much.
Incoming message.
Ooh, what does that mean? Oh, Wolf 406 Transport and Company has demoted me to neutral. I got 2 separate messages to tell me that. Oh, no, wait. Oh, wait, and then this says I was raised to cordial. Wait. We went from neutral to cordial. Is it because of the bounties I turned in? I assume the bounties made them like me again after killing their guy. So, hey, see? It's all made up. All of our mistakes have been corrected for. And we're cool with the wolf people. The wolf people, they like us. We call them the wolf people. They call us the Tomamoto crew. It's all... we give and we take. We shoot each other's cops sometimes. It's all fun and games. We like the wolf people now. We are Lupine the Third. Do 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 do. You know what? Should we stay here? Should we do one final thing? No, you know what? Let's tuck our ship away where it's nice and cozy. We're gonna park in this hangar. I've rehabilitated my cop murdering ways by murdering my own son. That's right, you heard it here, folks. Kig P gave me the courage to say it, but I'm saying it now. I rehabilitated myself by murdering my only son, who was a wanted criminal. As we all know, he had a bounty on his head. He did some very unsavory things that we won't discuss in this room, all right? And I had to kill him for it. And I'd do it again. Look, you saw it. It said he was wanted. It said he was wanted. What more evidence do you need? These computers, they don't lie. They're computers. All they speak is the truth of our reality. And that Dylan, the Dylan you saw me shoot several heat-seeking missiles at and murder. Yes, that was my son, but he was no son of mine. I know what he did. I read the reports. I read them in the Starport News. Let's see, is there a Star... I read them on Galnet. Look here, look what it says. It says, Power Play Hourly Update. Let's see, our experts... One of these... Archon... Hold on. One of these is the one. Thargoid warpath may threaten Marinists. The region containing the Marinist colonies sits relatively close to what is commonly regarded as the Dylan Zone. A strike by the aliens would rapidly overwhelm the paltry security forces of a handful of underdeveloped systems. See? It's somewhere in there. It says it. That's proof. I'm not going to let you guys read that too closely. Just trust me. Just trust me on this one. Galnet says it. Galnet says Dylan did a bad thing. See, hey Tomar, pick one. Would you rather switch voices with Zach Hadel but keep everything else, or switch bodies with Zach while keeping your voice? Ooh, that's a good one, Cypher's Corner. I'd love to have Zach's voice. I truly would. I think I would give up my voice for Zach's. I know I wouldn't have that be able to reprise any of my previous roles, but I think it'd be worth it. Zach has a brilliant voice for comedy. He does the best screams. You can't. That's the thing. Casting someone like it places Zach, I feel like that's 1 in a million. Me, I get confused for people all the time. Zach doesn't get confused for anybody, right? I always did wish I had a unique voice, but the truth is, I'm very happy. That was a hypothetical. That's what I would pick out of those two options. I'd obviously rather still be myself and have Zach's voice than keep my voice and have Zach's everything else. Even though I think I could do a lot with that voice. He does more with it, I think. I think he does more than I could. But that would be a cool voice to be able to do perfectly. I like how you can't escape the Trump voice. It's still there. It is. I'm sorry. I'll drop my bad Trump voice. I feel like the more I do it, the better I get. Slowly, but it's not great. No, don't stop. Let's see. Yeah, Tomar, it's called practice. Thank you for that, nuke children. I just looked you up on Akinator. Once I told it you were bald, it somehow knew it was you. Wait, is that really true? Can you really find me on Akinator? I guess Akinator is entirely like crowdsourced. That's kind of cool to know that you can find me on the Akinator, though. Once I told it you were bald, it knew it was you. There's only 3 bald people in the world, and every one out of every 3 is Tomamoto. You can find anyone with at least some popularity. That is true, Reuniclus, but I still feel honored as someone who used to like spend hours on Akinator as like a high school kid, and maybe even earlier than that. I'm highly honored to have the notoriety to be someone you can look up on Akinator. We should do an Akinator day someday, where we try to stump the Akinator. That'd be a lot of fun actually. Maybe we'll do that. Would that be a stupid thing to do for our 100th stream? It probably would be. But maybe we'll do it next Thursday. All right. It's been fun, you guys. We did a nice long stream today. And it's been a blast, but I'm going to go join my beautiful and pregnant wife in the other room. I hope you guys all have a good one. It's been a good game. I'm totally down to do more of this. Do you guys... No, actually, before I sign off, I want to ask. Do you guys have fun with these? Do we have fun with these streams? I feel like this is a good... It's like... It's a little more exciting than Truck Simulator, which means it probably does take a little more of my focus at times, but I feel like there's also enough downtime when we're trekking between galaxies that we can get a good amount of interaction out of it too. All right. It seems like the general response is pretty positive about we'll do more Elite Dangerous, I think. And because I'm kind of a little addicted again right now. I've previously been addicted and I'm getting pulled back into it. I need to come up with like a goal for what I want to do next, like a ship I want to save up for, or some rank I want to achieve. But don't worry, I'll figure that out on my own time. It's been a fun time. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Oh, and thank you, Sire, for the 279 bits. Good night, Tomar, and thanks, Ev Kim, for Courtney Mar. Yes, thank you, Ev Kim, for Courtney Mar. I'll eternally be grateful that there's going to be a Courtney Mar emote now. Oh, all right. Catch you later. Bye-bye.